Twitch.
Me in about 5 minutes. Hey kids, want to see a dead body?
Okay.
Okay, let me switch everybody to Sophie. This is Sophie. I was like, where's Sophie? Right. Do you care?
Sophie is a Sophie clone of
Which
Sophie.
costume do you want?
You chose the town. We haven't done that one in a while.
Okay.
Oh, that is Sherry.
And there we go. Everybody is Sophie now.
Okay, and I will change arts and titles
As
and
you go.
equipment as we go. Because those can be, those all can be changed. There's still limitations, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm using everyone but Sharia because I know they're
Yep.
Because Matt's information. We don't use one character.
Correct.
Yep.
Now I'm going to switch you to player 1.
There we go.
There you go. In you go.
Right.
Remember, start strong,
Yeah.
finish strong.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I just need to remember what everyone's stats are like. I think I want to end with Sophie and Malik. I probably want to start with Asbel, then move to Pascal. Yeah, I want to start with Asbel because of his Creus attack, or balanced Creus attack, physical attack. Then I want...
He is not balanced.
He is not
Creates
balanced.
physical.
Well, he's more balanced than anyone else in the party, except maybe Malik, but I want to use Malik later.
That's fair.
Richard.
Actually, yeah,
Is it?
Richard is the most balanced
Okay, then...
of physical and Creus.
How's Richard's defense stats? Good, bad?
They're pretty average. Like,
Yeah, he's
Richard
got average
really
overall.
constitutes himself as an all-rounder.
Okay, then I want to use Asbel first, then go with Richard later. Because, I'm going to be using my Creus attack stuff to stay away from that fucking one-shot plant.
Yeah, I would just
then-
shot staff blast it too.
Whole shot staff blast, maybe go in for a small, or for like, dagger splash or something. But I want to be hitting it, with its weak points probably, but none of
Yet
my...
the real reason we're having this discussion is that Asbel is a mage.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah, so...
I have mage stats, but I'm a swordsman. Yep.
I mean,
He's
either
a
that-
magic swordsman.
Neo, the magic swordsman. That's a
What-
normal monster, Daniel.
What's the first boss? I've forgotten. And I'm not counting the one-shot plant.
Boar.
It's that
Or
giant
no,
slime.
slime. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
slime's
slime.
first, boar is
Okay.
next.
This is gonna be weird. Is it equip? No. How do I change costumes?
Status.
Oh, I'm hovering over it already. Sick.
Then you
Yeah,
hit
that's because
right
of
all the
default
way till you get
status.
to costumes, or just hit left.
Okay, so you're keeping Malik as Malik.
I'm gonna start with Malik, actually.
Hey,
We believe in you.
Alright, time to learn how to use Malik.
You have cold front set as your
Well, I'm
Base.
gonna change all that stuff immediately anyway. Let's see.
You probably don't want senior mixer on.
Well,
Probably not very helpful.
What's its effect? Info.
It's XP. That's its effect.
Well, enemy health gauge down is what I need.
Yeah, which is not super helpful.
Yes.
of his quick casts, I think Cold Front is probably the best for this because it's the biggest area.
Is it big? I thought it was really small. Matt can
Of-
deny.
What?
Cold Front is
Front
the
is
biggest of the
really
quick
big.
casts, right?
Yeah, but it's also the slowest activating. Photon Burst is near instant,
Yeah, that's why.
but it's the smallest. Yeah.
I want faster cast rather than large
Yeah.
AoE for that piece.
Yeah. Because technically, yes, it is the Cold Front is the largest. It's just got other downfalls.
Guess this will be over with.
Ignore.
Start off big. Let's go.
Start off big by getting poisoned.
However, fortunately, the poison scales with the enemy's level as well, so like the poison didn't do much damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is trouble.
Okay, yeah, that is.
This is trouble. Slice. Not quite. This is trouble.
We believe in
While
you.
dying inside.
I'm just wondering what that slime's doing over there.
You know what? He's vibing.
He's having a good time.
Was having a good time. Also very weak to A-Arts.
I mean, a figure.
Also very weak to A-Arts. All of those kinds of enemies are.
Okay, well, I want to
Yeah,
make sure that
for the
none of
most
those were the
part.
one-shot plant.
It's over.
One-shot plat comes next, if I remember correctly.
I think it's red. There it is.
No, that's still one of the
No.
normal ones.
Okay.
It's right
well,
Yeah,
after
they're just
these two.
casters.
These are just the annoying Cassie boys. These annoying Cassie boys are the reason why I think this section is easiest as Asbel. Because you just draw your sword and then you're like, haha, you can, that's the one-shot boy.
Okay, yeah. Very weak to ARs. Plant freeze amorphous.
This is trouble. This is trouble.
Oh, you got froze. You might want to max. Oh,
Okay, well, there we go.
rip.
Damn. So
I tried to free run, got frozen. Did not work.
and so a
Yeah.
1,000 gold falls into the abyss.
Oh no.
Sure, what are we gonna do?
We're so poor now. Anyway,
Yeah.
who's
There was one point in a
next?
playthrough
Was
of
that
Avo
the
thing.
was that the full cycle?
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
last in line.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're back to me.
Yeah.
My plan there was
Alright,
flying
everybody, just
AR
get
down
ready.
the-
It's gonna end in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna put my controller down.
Wow, you're assuming both Robert and Matt are also going to fail that vest? That's
Yep.
I mean, as for what we just saw, I am the true gamer here. It
Gaming.
took the enemy to have to stun me and take me to deal double damage to kill me.
okay. I don't think I need to change anything else.
Not really.
You'll be able to change it in combat.
Okay, so we're
anyway,
starting as
but-
Asbel.
We will survive. Okay. You're gone.
I really expected it to do
I'm not
something.
gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna ask what they're doing right now.
You're gone.
Like, I really expected it to, you know, make some kind of
You're
attack.
gone.
Why would it do that though?
You're gone. Done. In a flash. You won't live. You're gone.
Why do you recommend A-Arts?
Die.
Only because they have enough health that I actually need to use them.
Strike. There. Die.
Rip that plant.
Drop. You're gone.
I deserved it.
Incineration wave. Incineration wave. Be gone. Incineration wave. Infernal blast. Withdraw! You're gone!
Like how that actually just kept doing 1 damage.
Yep, that's the if the spellcaster dies, the spell does 1 damage.
Huh,
I've
didn't know that.
experienced this on Malik. There are times where I've just had, you know, my shit do no damage. Because I died.
Okay, incineration wave! Be gone!
Just making sure that the bad enemy stays far away.
Don't kill that one.
Why not?
Because he's a good boy. Look at him. He just
Not
died.
only is
True.
he a good boy, but killing him makes more slime spawn in,
Be gone!
who may not be good boys. So if
And
that
now
one
he
is
just-
happy to just do that,
Incineration wave!
And now you just spam B arts at it until it dies. 500 health at a time.
You do
Now I
have a
just
max.
want. Now I want this
wonder-
enemy to just have the ability to teleport behind you randomly.
Yeah.
Oh, my Wamo.
wonder if Demon Fang would be a better choice for the spam ability.
I think its weaknesses are freeze, amorphous, and plant.
I mean, I would say
Answer.
ARs would probably be better.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah, but
Style.
ARs are risky.
Be gone!
You know, it isn't risky though.
Be gone!
Looks at that max bar.
Be
Ooh woo.
gone!
That is actually really risky.
Ooh woo.
unless you just want to max incineration wave or mystic art.
No,
and
it's
run
the Mystic
alleyway.
Art that's risky.
Yeah.
You get put in a position that's compromising if you don't finish it off.
Be gone!
Yeah, and because this is Chaos, it gets to act first.
It also doesn't really have an animation in that attack. It just kills you. Like it just.
Yeah, like, I think there's a decent chance that even if I were hitting the correct dodge,
Be gone!
like, as I came out of the Mystic Art, there's a decent chance it still just kills me.
Be gone! Be cleansed by the lights!
That's not what I meant to hit, but I'm glad it staggered
Uh-oh.
it.
Oh.
Spin move.
God, Dana used Phantasm Flash, and I'm pretty sure that was Phantasm Flash. And
Lotus.
Aurora, it was Aurora Lotus.
well, whatever it was, it almost completely froze my my parsec.
Nice.
Be gone!
That slime is just here for
He's
a
vibing.
good
He's doing
time.
his best.
Be gone!
You know what? The slime is right. I would never expect him to do it 500 times in a row. So the 500th will hit me.
Yeah, the slime reminds me a lot of when people were going slowly through a Sonic level and just stood next to the enemy and the enemy was doing jack shit. Like, that's what that slime reminds me of.
Yeah.
You know, it's an enemy. Yeah, sure, and it's on the battlefield,
Be gone!
but it's not doing anything. It doesn't matter.
Be gone! Incineration wave! Be
I really wish
gone!
the second part of Incineration Wave didn't charge the enemy. I get why it does, but it's really inconvenient right now.
What do you mean charge the enemy?
So all of Asbel's B arts for the most part do something different if you cast them a second time in a row without
Oh,
waiting. And Incineration Wave's second part is a forward charge.
Considering what it's used or what it's otherwise used for, that seems like a really bad plan.
Well, it's the idea is that you're only ever supposed to use range attacks as Asbel as a way to close gaps anyway.
Incineration
As a way to
wave!
safely close a gap. And if you want one that doesn't do that, you should be using Demon Fang.
Gotcha!
Watch out, that plan's gonna Mystic Art.
You know,
Could
it
you
just
imagine
might.
if it actually did.
But on the other hand, does it matter if it Mystic Arts? It one-shots me if it touches me anyway.
Be gone!
But you forget it's Mystic Art is ranged.
That's not how. Only 30,000 HP left. We're almost there.
In a flash! Be gone! Be gone! Be gone! Incineration wave!
It's got. 25,000? Sure. Oh wait, it didn't stagger. Well, that's awkward.
Nicely done. What a very good use of that.
Hey man, I expected it to stagger.
Why?
Good question. I don't have a good answer. I think it's hilarious how janky Incineration Wave is as a move, though. Because, like, Incineration Wave, like, the reason it does such variable damage, even if the enemy doesn't stagger, so even if it's hitting under the same conditions, is because, depending on where it hits their model, it does different amounts of hits, which is just so jank. Like, someone was like, I'm gonna take the time to make Incineration Wave an actual wave of tiny damage dealers, which I can only imagine how much extra processing power that decision used. And it just makes it a really janky move. It's still my favorite of Asbel's moves, like, both thematically and just because it's the cheesiest. But, like, it truly is just so weird.
I'm sorry. I'm losing my shit because of this world news headline title. From earlier this month reads like a light novel title. Fuck. Don't stop me now. I nearly died on my mission to become a bimbo fetish model, but I love my 38J boob, so I'm never going to stop. God fucking damn it.
So does that slime even move? Oh, no, okay, it does move. It does move like 2 inches.
Yeah, it moves to like follow me around a little bit. It must be bugging out and thinking that I'm in range, so it just keeps trying to attack me.
Oh, it actually moved quite a bit of distance there.
Also, interesting thing, I apparently spend more time on that side of the arena. Or it wouldn't have drifted that far to one side.
Boy, you got close enough for the plant to think you were in range. I would just Mystic Hearted at this point, I think.
But see, that has risk. This has no risk.
It's okay, you only have to hit it 5 more times.
More than 5. Although it depends on if it gets staggered by a hit.
It doesn't guard you once. Like, there we go.
Okay, yeah, fair assumption.
This is consideration, leave it twice more. Oh, never mind. I was
Okay, now we can just murder some. Of course, we're murdering the good slime last.
A good boy.
You won't live.
You won't live, dies.
I mean, Asbel spoke true. There's
Like,
two.
that one's the same species, but it's just an asshole.
No, the one in the middle is just
No!
an asshole. No! I think that one needed to die at that point, but still.
In a flash. You're
The fact you just turned in one hit, it was just really thematic of its existence.
You're gone.
I feel so bad. It didn't betray me, but I betrayed it. Asbel's a monster.
I can't believe you killed your biggest fan. No.
It's over. You and me, Lambda. Pierce the skies. Radiant light, strike forth. Divine Conqueror. Now.
Darn it, the combo dropped.
Strike. There. You ready? You won't live to. Cut in. You ready?
That other slime was apparently out of range of that.
Here, Phantom Bolt. You ready?
Okay. Okay, game. If you say so.
Now, Not yet! You're mine!
Easy.
Hold it off, somehow.
Yeah, let's just look at that battle timer real quick.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
I seriously have to wonder, like, aside from the point I made last week, why the hell is that
So, wait,
one plant
Did you?
so buff?
Okay, real quick though, did you see that there were 25 hazardous liquids dropped from that
Glad
fight?
I had Book of Dissolution on.
He didn't even carry that many. But I don't know what they did to that one plant.
Okay, let's see. Who's
one
my
plant on that Miracle Grow.
weakest?
Actually, wait, didn't we get like Damascus steel from that? Maybe that plant was just coated in Damascus steel. It's just liquid steel.
Let's see. It's either Sophie or Hubert for Asbel. Which one's weakest for him? I'll just use Sophie and then Hubert.
We will survive!
That doesn't look like Sophie.
What are you talking about? That's Sophie.
Bro, this is the easiest round. Just auto. Let the game be your guide.
Right click.
Right click, attack, move.
Okay, you're gone!
Man, Sophie's creative attack is so low, drawing my sword didn't kill that.
Not yet! Ha, now!
Okay, fine, I'll punch things.
You won't live to strike! Not yet! Die!
I trusted I would get out of that before it started damaging me.
Die! Ha, die! Draw! You're gone! Die! In a fire!
Ow.
Ha! Now! Not yet! Die! Die! Ha! Now! Not yet! You're mine! It's over! No mercy! It's time! Expunging?
Forgot this was a Mystic Art.
I use it so little because I don't actually like it.
Not yet!
I like all the other tier 3s better, so when it's a 3, I usually let someone else have it.
Die!
Wait, is this thing... No, it is weak to AR. It's okay, it's just tanky. Okay, game.
Ha! Now!
Hey, your
Oh,
critical
hey.
boost is up.
I mean, yeah, I get to actually use my Crease attack.
Okay, you're gone! In a flash! Now! There!
Okay. I hate the way combos work in this game, so you know what?
Let me strike!
You're fine.
Strike! Not yet! Die! Ha!
You're gonna have to be a divine conqueror to kill a beetle.
Here's the skies! Radiant light!
Look,
strike
sometimes
forward!
you use the move that makes the most sense, even if it makes you look silly. Gosh darn it, it dropped the combo.
Strike! Ha!
Well, maybe stagger it.
Strike! Cut in!
You know what? You right.
Strike! Now there!
Oh no, it's the one with the pattern
You won't
tails.
live to
Okay, these guys are
In a
neutral.
flash!
Which
You
means
won't
that with the
live
Crease
till
attack
you're
boost, I can actually just...
That's
Do
the
that.
boy.
And weak to B
You're
arts.
gone! You're gone! In a flash! You're gone! In a
No.
flash!
You
You're
casty
gone!
jerk, I'm Asbel. I don't have to care.
You're gone!
Just remember, if a mounted rogue will always get sneak attack.
Yes, because we know horses are so stealthy.
Well, no, it's because there's another ally adjacent to the target.
Flash!
Okay.
In a flash!
That feels like an edge case that shouldn't work that way.
It's technically correct, but it really depends on if you consider the horse
I
an ally
would
enough to get
love
sneak
to
attack.
move.
Like
No,
I
you don't
said,
get to
it's
do
the
that.
ones
That's
with
fake
pattern
news.
tails.
I would love to be able to move. Jesus.
When they say movement is free,
Just a
That was a
second.
lie.
I'm just gonna quickly...
you get that stagger proof thing.
Yeah. Because apparently I freaking need it. I know Sophie has one somewhere. I just have to find it.
There.
There it is. No,
These
it's
damage are less
reduced.
reduced by 90%.
There's
40 damage
the-
doesn't stagger.
Doesn't stagger. Does she have a bigger one somewhere?
No, I think that one was it.
Rip. E.
Yep.
Well, it'll be good enough.
Doesn't do more than 40 damage.
A single hit of air pressure does not.
It's not air pressure, it's inverse pressure.
Whatever.
What is the difference between the two spells?
Inverse pressure has a lower potency than air pressure. They're the exact same spell reskinned for the enemy.
But yeah, but it does not, because air pressure, because the doesn't stagger counts it on individual hits. Air pressure just can't stagger me now.
Incineration wave.
Neither can inverse pressure.
Also true. Yeah. That's what I said.
No, it's not.
They're the same move reskinned, so if one can't stagger me, neither can the other.
Rip to pieces.
Daniel, that's not how RPGs work. When an enemy is reskinned, it usually has a lot more damage than the one that it was before.
Oh, but
Yep.
see, when a player attack is reskinned to an enemy attack, it usually stays roughly the same.
Stole orb from that, apparently.
I have no idea what from, but we sure did.
I'm gonna use the restroom and refill my water bottle. My moral support will be gone, so
So I'm gonna
try
die
and survive without me.
helplessly.
Mainly with soap.
At least this is an easy set, so. Phantasm Flash. Or Lotus. Incineration Wave. Incineration Wave. This is my brain off setup. Requires no thought.
Incineration wave.
Like, I'll grant that playing Asbel in general is not the most thought-intensive process, but this setup in particular.
Draw. Next.
Anyone you've ever respected or has been attracted to has taken a sweaty, loud dump that stank up the room, which somehow only elevates them in our eyes. One day, the first robotic human will be made who cannot dump. That robot is reading this post in the future. Hey, fuck you, man.
Damn.
I got
Oh
paralyzed,
damn,
that's annoying.
you took more than 40 damage, my guy. I'm so sorry.
I'm
I
surprised.
don't have that
you
title
crit.
on.
Oh well.
These things are too low to crit even here.
Incineration wave.
Oh wow, you actually hit 2 things with that. I'm surprised.
I usually do.
I'm
And there's 2
surprised.
things to hit anyway.
You're dead. Here. Here.
Be gone.
Here. 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 Here.
Draw.
Here.
Incineration
You're
wave.
Here.
Okay, you're gone.
Here. Here.
Heed my call.
Yeah, perfectly as planned to get that extra crit chance to murder him with. Yep.
I like how they all just slowly started walking towards you, and then all truthers started running at the same time.
It's
I'm back, by the
called
way.
discipline.
You're
So
gone.
if you hadn't killed that hit them that first time, they would have just juggled you, I think, to death.
I would have just
You're
used
gone.
whatever it's called.
You're Excel.
Yeah. Like I had to right there.
You're gone.
Now, I would love to not be stunned. That'd be great.
You're gone.
Okay, new knights have stopped appearing, which means that we've left the most dangerous part of the fight. Okay then.
Oh, we have left the most dangerous
Darn.
part of the fight, he says.
Darn. Unlucky.
Are you referring to the fact that I survived that as unlucky?
Possibly.
It's over.
And we get the cool one!
Yeah, the problem is Asbel's in it.
Pulled it off.
Yeah.
Hey.
Can't be that good.
You know I'm right.
Asbel is cool.
I'm gonna laugh when he picks a character and it's not Asbel. He's just gonna have to deal with it.
We will survive. Okay. Hold it right there. Feel my spirit.
All right, I'm on auto, huh?
Plus, now that you're playing Richard, you're nowhere near your own level.
You're gone.
True.
But Richard can approach Asbel's level by pretending to be Asbel.
Draw.
That's how that works, right?
You're gone.
You want Asbel on the sidelines. Ah, you're approaching me.
Flash.
Meanwhile, Asbel on the sidelines. Ah, you're almost as good as I am. You must be pretty weak.
You're gone. In a flash. Next. Be gone. You won't live to regret. Be gone.
What was that?
That was me having forgotten to silence my phone.
Incineration wave.
I can't believe Mr. Streamerman has broken my immersion in
Be
this way.
gone.
I'm sorry. Here, I'll silence it.
Wait, what? No, there's no way Wizard of the Coast forgot that.
Be
What?
gone. Be
I need to
gone.
fact check
Infernal
something.
blast.
I can't believe that actually cooked food. Okay.
Maybe
Okay. game.
stop getting crit and staggered and
Draw.
stunned.
You're gone.
I mean, maybe if Richard were stronger, I would.
Now. Not yet. Die. Ha. Strike. Not yet. You're mine. Ha.
Yeah, no, this post is just bad.
Strike.
Never mind.
There. Die. Ha.
This post was claiming that Tabaxis don't have dark vision when they do.
What? Draw. Now. Now. Let me strike. It's over. You and me, Lambda.
You know what? Both of you can just die. You know what? I'm done with this one.
Divine Conqueror. In a flash. Next. You're gone. You won't. In a flash.
The poor
You won't fail.
teleporting board just gets outstatted. Poor thing. It's doing its best. Okay. Malik next, and then I think I'll end with Pascal.
Why don't you end with Sharia?
And he could.
It is indeed an option, but I'm not going to.
Why not?
This is not a good option.
Scared.
Yep.
I thought the streamer had to do the harder challenges.
Only when I choose to.
Is it really harder when he doesn't have the lag that we do?
Exactly.
Is
That's the
anything
thing.
he do even harder than what we do on a daily basis?
True. I'm so privileged.
There. Die. Ha. Strike. Not yet. You're mine. Ha. Ha. It's over. Rip to pieces. Stampede strike. Now.
Okay, so like, why are there so many of these enemies though? They're not hard, they're just,
Die.
like, they don't even have any attacks that are particularly strong. Like, give a bunch of these, this makes sense because, you know,
Pew 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 pew.
like, oh god,
perfect.
no. That's really
Excellent.
unfortunate.
That's what I like to see.
This could be it.
Yeah, however that meme goes.
Wow, mobility creep in this game is insane. He just teleported up to them and just started attacking.
Draw. Incineration wave.
That's not the attack I meant to do. I would love to move.
You cooked food. You cooked food again, my guy.
Combo!
Yo,
Like, I'm pretty sure if they had it, they could have Mystic-Guarded me off of that.
I'm very sad that that didn't kill you. That should have.
My
Wow,
dude-
intents and respects.
My dude took 12.6 thousand damage and survived.
He's lucky he's using Malik, who has the highest max HP out of all the characters.
Yeah,
Actually,
he would
though,
have
yeah.
died.
How do I? What do I do?
Kill
Your
them.
Lotus, now they're all in one pile. That's what you do. You're gonna hit all of them with it.
But then immediately after, I'm
Daniel, you're
absolutely
going to
gonna
have
get
to
beamed with
attack.
something.
You're
No,
going
no.
to have to attack.
What I'm doing is I'm waiting for me to have Excel.
HP from the HP auto regen.
That too. But mainly the Excel thing, because then I have like an option if it goes badly.
Okay, in a flash! You won't live through. You're gone!
Okay, I think I lowered their numbers enough that I'm fine now. They can't infinite me anymore.
They do the Halo Infinite.
Which is good game, by the way.
Heard it's pretty good.
It is very good. It's also free, so
I have it. I've played it.
yeah. So
Um,
if I,
Damn.
There,
You
Did you
recommend
get it on sale?
It is a Halo game, therefore I probably won't be playing it.
I mean, fair. But on the other hand,
Not fair.
well, okay,
They-
after doing 6 of them, why just 2 for the next? That doesn't make any sense.
To make you feel bad. That's why. It's more of just.
Maybe this wave spawning is tied to a specific one of those dying.
Maybe.
I doubt it.
If it is, I've gotten lucky both times that I made it here.
You're gone!
Because I'm pretty sure that's what happened last time, too.
In a flash!
Ah, it's big boy.
Anyway,
A
weak to
different
ARs,
color.
okay.
Wait, it's the diamond weapon?
Strike! There!
Damn.
Holy shit, is it gonna drop the mount?
Strike! Not yet!
Hopefully.
Of course not. That's not how this works.
Yeah, don't
Okay.
you know how
Nova
drop rates
barrier!
Draw! In a flash! Strike! There! Die! Ha!
didn't get the insta kill with Burial Blade? Not a gamer.
Yep.
Look, I'm
Not a
doing my
true
best
gamer.
out here.
Didn't get the insta kill with Aurora Lotus either.
You're mine!
Didn't get
Are you
the
proud of me?
Die.
in general.
No, that
How
was
the hell
just a
did
normal
that-
hit.
What the fuck?
Hush.
You're mine!
Yeah, I mean, you're right. That was just an actual crit, but hush.
You're mine! Done! Ha! Now! There! Die! Ha! Now! There! Die! Ha! Strike! Not yet! You're mine! Ha! Strike! Ha!
Now I just wait.
Ha!
At least Malik has like ridiculous amounts of CC.
Yep.
Weak to B arts, weak to B arts. Okay, everything here is weak to B arts. It's a good day.
Generation wave.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the 50 incineration waves in a row.
And that's exactly what he did last time he got to this wave.
It didn't take 50 for the record.
Considering that these guys are tanky, it probably did.
And I think it actually did take 50 because these guys are tanky as hell.
They only have 25,000 health, guys.
And they only
watch
do,
watch after you do it to the front,
160
though.
damage if their shield is up.
In a flash! Be gone! You won't live to regret
Look, these are
this.
basically Bastiodons.
Wave! Infernal blast!
We're the only species that drinks milk after infancy. Dairy is bad for you. We're also the only species that drinks
it off
peach, mango,
somehow.
pineapple, spirulina, kale smoothies. Karen. I'm eating my cheese in peace. God, look at those books.
I almost said Sherry by accident. That would have been so
That would've
sad.
been really
Hilarious.
funny.
I-
Last floor.
I would have actually given you a modicum of respect for once in your life.
Ooh.
We will
Wow.
Also,
Why?
what are you fighting?
It's a dragon.
Dragon D's nuts.
I'm sorry, Jesse. It was nice knowing you, but it's your funeral. Like, I'm sorry.
Oh no,
Jacob back to
it's
that.
okay. I've already connected to the call from hell.
Yeah, that's definitely a dragon. Like, look, it's weak against dragon attacks.
It's not just weak against dragon attacks, it's that it shares the same dragon genus.
strike!
It says
Genos?
weak against dragon. Must be dragon. It is not hard to comprehend.
Speaking of genus, Genos, One Punch Man, anime, Overlord Season 4 will air in 2022, and I'm fucking hyped.
Stampede
Yep.
strike!
my opinion on it is it's about damn time. Like, holy shit.
Yeah. Well,
If these
my
things can
thought
art
about-
steal me? Ew. I forgot
My
about
thought
that.
is that they took the time to make it better.
I hope, yeah.
That's what I'm hoping. Yeah. That's always the hope at very least.
Die! Ha! Now! Ha! Ha! Strike!
Just thinking.
I actually had enough time before it could move again to recharge that.
Cad lizards, you're screwed.
Yep. Look at him walking towards you. That's the Chad stride.
God, no, just look at his swivel.
Okay!
Wait,
Yeah,
is that
sure.
what you call him
You're
Marcus?
gone!
No.
I don't know, with the fact that it made him eat food. And,
Yeah,
Okay,
it is
that's
the
good.
Chad lizard.
Yeah.
I thought it was just called Marcus. I was like, whoa. Not only is it the Chad Lizard, but it has a name.
Yeah, his name is Marcus, and he is powerful.
You're gone!
Like, even if the game disagrees with me, it disagrees with us. Its name is Marcus now. Like, that's just
Draw! In a flash!
that's just a
You
fact.
won't live to regret it. Not yet! Okay, it's over! Rip to pieces! Stampede strike! In a flash!
Anyway, let's see how weak to A-Arts, very weak to A-Arts is.
Die!
That
Very, very weak to ARs.
Yeah, it's weird. It's almost like you've never hit an enemy with its very weak to ARs in your life.
Why would I?
Gone!
This is more effective.
No, it's not.
Not yet!
It is, because I can't get hit out of it. It's no risk. And look, that single thing did 1300. That was almost my entire combo.
Be gone! Incineration wave!
Like,
You need
Asbel
thousands,
just
right?
doesn't have very good scaling on his A-Arts compared to his B-Arts.
There!
But you aren't using Asbel.
Okay there, but, oh, that's just
Okay, there.
rude.
I really hope you didn't want to actually miss the. Oh, you're gonna get it off anyway. Never mind.
Yeah, he's still gonna get it off.
It's over!
I mean, unless he
That was a
pushed
brilliant
out.
move by it.
Guys!
Yeah.
Light strike!
They
Like,
tried to go for the one shot.
okay, it's dead. It almost got the one. Oh god, what is the little lizard? I'm scared. Oh wait, it's weak to B-Arts, never mind.
In a flash! You're gone!
Damn it.
Draw! You're gone!
Got silent real quick there, buddy.
I was going to say, yeah, I don't hear anything.
Where'd all that smack talk go?
No.
Woo! He's right next to you.
They're talking a lot of smack for someone who almost died.
I got a lot of smack for someone in Dragon
He's
Rage.
back.
You're gone!
Oh, it's okay. I got the crit to start. Means he doesn't get to move.
Means he doesn't get to play the game.
Be gone!
Also, let me just sheathe the sword to get that health back.
Okay, you're gone!
Also, apparently, Dr. Stone Season 3 got confirmed for 2023.
Is all weak to
23.
A-Arts.
Yeah, 2023.
That's kind of sussy, but sure.
That's the scary wyvern.
No need to go after the ones that can art seal.
Yeah.
I mean,
Considering they're all almost
considering
dead.
one of them can one-shot me,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would rather be art sealed, to be honest.
You won't live to regret this!
Oh, also apparently there's a Dr. Stone like special like one-shot movie kind of thing coming this summer.
Now,
So there is. gonna
Ladies
be
and gentlemen,
something.
he is on his last legs.
what are you talking about? I'm fine.
Be gone! You won't live to regret.
Okay, now we just got the ones that can art seal. That's all.
Be
In other words, easy game, easy life.
Meanwhile, gets art sealed and comboed to death.
Don't
That'd be
say that,
awesome. Why not?
because it could happen.
They hate Jesse's words because he spoke the truth.
Strike! Not yet! You're mine!
I want to see the boss of this floor.
Oh right, we haven't seen the boss of this floor.
Yeah, because I died to the one-shot wyverns last time,
should
I
put my
think.
phone down and actually pay attention.
Now! Not yet! You're mine!
We've already fought one of these before, so
Okay,
this
that's
isn't
not
the
it. That
boss.
only has 3,700 or 37,000 HP.
Not yet! You're mine! Strike! Not yet!
Yo, you just gonna take that?
Not yet. You're mine.
Yeah, it's just gonna take that.
Yup, it sure is.
Hey, you still have your 25 that you can use.
No, I don't.
Pulled it
Oh, that was it?
What?
What the fuck?
I expected more.
There's no way that Lunar Requiem crit did that much damage.
It didn't have that much health.
I mean, I guess so, but like,
Bruh.
that was it?
I expected there to be something harder. That was easier than the previous
You've already
enemies.
fought one before.
Yeah, like,
Okay, everyone, get ready to play.
yeah,
'Cause,
it's fish
Oh,
time.
and we're all Asbel.
Well, no, if it's the same as last time, we get to change our stuff beforehand, before we finish the fight.
Hey, isn't that...
Yep, it is fish time.
I'm ready to beat down a fish. Having sushi tonight.
it's just poison with an extra
yeah.
S.
I thought you all might come. What are you doing
Are
here?
you guys ready to beat up a child?
The Guardians
Always
are
am.
taking the day off, and I'm
Correct
off
answer.
Guardians get days off? Well,
Yeah, they
to be
need to.
specific,
Oh, oh, never mind.
2 more and he's out.
That implies that Malik has taught. Yep, with that look away, Malik has taught Sophie what baseball is.
It also implies the existence of baseball.
Sophie, is when workers
Yeah.
stop doing their jobs in hopes of improving labor conditions.
So the Guardian is unhappy?
Which means Poisson is a
general
filthy
strike would also
scab
explain why
worker.
no one repaired that broken elevator.
Truly, the Marcian,
my
Wait,
like beacon of hope.
wait. Are you telling me that Poisson's a dirty picket line crosser? Oh, time to
Exactly.
beat her up.
They are a Marcian.
Daniel, I
Honest,
hope you realize
there
by
wasn't
fixing
a
the
strike.
elevator, we are
The
also
Guardian
a dirty
actually
picket
said
line.
something about
You
Are
know.
we
tired
fixing the
and-
We
elevator
didn't
now?
know about
Very-
the strike. There's a difference.
Oh, wait, never mind.
Also, the Guardian apparently wasn't on strike. Okay.
Poisson is
Yeah.
a fucking liar.
Fish.
Was the Guardian tired from the last time we beat him up?
Probably.
No, he probably just
On
hasn't
top of
gotten to
this
fight
tower,
anyone in a
day
while and got
after
bored.
interminable day, anyone would grow weary of such
Oh,
a life.
what happened there?
So the
Heard a
Guardian
disconnect
is
sound
just gone?
Wait,
I did not.
I
of a
didn't.
controller. Hmm.
Time to check controllers, I guess.
Yeah.
Time to break immersion.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll find out if there's an issue later.
Yeah,
Let's keep going.
I was going to actually check controllers, but yeah, we can just,
not
we'll
to
be
worry.
fine.
We found him. I think he just needs a vacation.
What the?
That sounds sweet! I want a vacation too!
There's so
Vacation is
many.
death.
So instead, you have the honor of facing Riot Peak's temporary master, me. What? You're going to fight us?
You're a
All right,
fish.
fair enough.
She's gonna have
Let's
so
go.
much
Asbel's just on board with fighting a child.
Night.
I think
I
Asbel
want-
remembers what it was like to be the persnickety child who wanted to fight.
Now hold on just one. Let's begin.
Okay.
Okay. Let us un-Asbellify ourselves first of all.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. I don't like the adjective Asbellify.
This was correct, I think.
Yes.
Yep.
I don't remember. All right, time to actually sit up, get my shoulders
Okay.
out of
Yeah.
my
Now
chair.
now we un-Asbellify everyone. Which Malik do you want
Model.
to be?
Model.
Okay. Which Richard? Default or King?
Scumbag
King.
Richard.
Okay. Back to Toast of the Town, and then I guess I will actually... We'll go with Innocent Maiden.
Yeah.
Free spirit.
One.
Hmm.
You gotta go modern youth, Daniel. I
Yeah.
hope you realize this.
Okay. Now let's beat up the enemy. Sort out your arts if they're not correct once we are in battle.
Okay.
Should have switched our food around. Oh well.
Yeah, yeah,
Nice.
you're right.
Don't die, forehead.
Just don't
Yeah.
get hit.
If you don't die, it'll be fine.
Look, I'm a red mage. I can Veraze.
You're not high enough level for it. Sorry.
Level 201 is when you get that one. All
Yeah.
right.
Got
In this world, you only get at level 201. It's because you don't have a soul stone. So you have to
No,
actually learn the job yourself instead of having the knowledge passed down to you.
When I die, the soul stone comes out of me, dumbass. I'm the first one.
Yeah, and then the next person gets Veraze way earlier.
The progenitor of your class.
I just don't want to get one shot. I don't remember if there's a better one.
No, that's the best one Sophie has of that type.
I just wanted to double check. All right, I'm good. 3, 2, 1, 0. What? I wanted to make sure
First
that
of all-
this one doesn't like actually Omaiwa motion Deru us before we're actually ready.
And this. Actually, no.
Max CC 30. Yes.
Malik make long combo.
What's Richard's? Not Richard. Hubert's max CC. I wonder.
I mean, fair enough. I mean, your arts haven't changed. They should be.
We
what
had to
you
need to
want.
make sure that shooting stars was on the right button.
It's actually on the left.
Wonder
button.
why. He's right.
I think the only one that might have changed is Vengeance Fangs, but I think that's actually what you had it set to.
Antidote.
He has antidote on a button, and I appreciate him.
No, he doesn't. He has it on a joystick.
Okay, well,
Anyway, enjoy your extra crit chance, guys, I guess. Now. Are weak to ARs? I guess I should.
I guess I should
Okay.
continue hard casting
Ow.
shooting stars.
My
Look like she's
face.
getting hit with that.
She do be speedy.
pause real quick. Oh, it's literally just human, very weak to ARs.
Yeah.
Fish are weak to humans.
I'm surprised that they didn't put aquatic in there for the joke.
Also, she has an absurd amount of health.
What was
Yes.
it? Yeah, it's just over 500,000.
She has as much health as a dragon. Like, legitimately.
We're also significantly stronger than when we last fought the dragon, so I'm not too worried.
Damn it.
Her defenses are also significantly higher than the dragons.
Are they? Woo!
We can't
don't
use
have
items! We
don't
should have a
have
second
items, by the
res,
way.
actually.
Well, I'm sorry, I didn't expect her to just literally one shot.
Yeah, it's not your fault. I'm gonna switch to Sherry with Asbel's stats, so that way Sherry can actually, you know, function.
No, it's okay. Robert and Matt got this.
We believe in you. All you have to do is not die. Come on. Easy.
We're just missing more than 50% of our DPS, and I don't mean to say that we're missing 50% of our stats. We're missing the amount of stagger time we would get otherwise.
Don't worry, if we get an Elith break, we get EB life.
Yeah.
That's true.
I should put
That's
that
actually
down.
what we're playing for.
To be completely honest, I forgot about EV Light.
Hey Jesse, try once. At some point, we should check what she drops. Just on the off chance that you can steal life bottles.
Wait, oh, yes.
Can you steal?
No.
Can we steal life bottles?
No.
No.
Darn.
Feel nothing.
That'd be hilarious.
Get out of the screen. Get out of here. Get us back into the action.
Go, go, go!
Antidote. Antidote. Antidote.
This is the first time we've seen her with a hammer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fall before
I also like how it's like a small toy hammer and then it just fucking ends you.
Well, hey, you know what the golden hammer does in Smash Bros, right?
I mean, fair.
Antidote. Antidote.
Oh god, she got out of it.
Antidote.
Also, I'd just like to point out how slowly the Ellen Gage is filling. Jesus.
Because we're not getting many attacks off because I've been
Yeah.
trying to run away and
Heal. Yeah.
Fall before me. You'll pay. Fall before me. Fall before me. You'll pay. Fall before me. Emerald Typhoon. Fall before
Yeah.
me. You'll pay. Antidote. Antidote. Antidote.
You know, this is all you really need. You've got a healer and a tank.
Antidote.
The DPS are optional. There's no enrage.
Antidote. Oh, divine spear.
I hope there isn't.
Fall before me. You'll pay.
This isn't the Rockagong.
Emerald Typhoon. Antidote. The light. My fight begins. Antidote. 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 Antidote.
The speedy antidote.
Emerald Typhoon. I'll settle this. Fall before me. Burning Phoenix. Fall before
It's okay, we only have to hit that attack 70 more times.
Fall
Practically almost there.
Yeah.
before me. Emerald Typhoon. Fall before me. You'll pay.
Uh-oh.
okay, defense only.
Fall before me.
Nope.
Emerald
Doesn't count.
Fall before me.
Them iframes.
Yeah, I was afraid when she got to me, so I'm just like, ah, fuck it, I'll just burn this so she can't get shit.
Megaton hammer!
What? That has iframes on the back? That hit me when I was behind her.
Hammer!
Yep, it sure did.
Ow. So I don't actually know what that attack was, because it was a one frame where she was behind me. Then, oh, that's what it is.
So she has a lunging attack.
She sure does.
We're almost there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get the
Let's
fuck
go.
up.
Let's fucking go!
Heal up immediately. Just start
I
healing.
am mashing my heal button, my guy. I'm not even gonna bother with invigoration this fight.
I mean, she doesn't appear to have any previous attacking attacks
Yeah.
anyway.
Jesse, keep yourself alive.
Well, she wasn't near me.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but she can jump across the
cannot
battlefield.
die.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
If you die, we have to wait until we get the bar again.
Yeah.
I'm honestly surprised me Matt pulled that off.
Yep.
But
Oh, she walked past it. That's fine.
Out that stupid back hitbox.
The light. My fight begins.
bye.
She sees who the healer is.
Dan, she's fast enough to get out of that.
Uh-oh.
Lights take form and grace thy boon.
Wait, okay, so she runs away before she does that, it seems.
Yeah.
So she's gonna use it again.
Yep.
Thank you.
You
Thought I
can,
was
that's
flag
because
with-
you can just stay under it, by the way.
She just ran up and removed you.
Ow. I know I can take
Maybe you
it.
guys want to start equipping those damage having titles.
That's a fair point.
I'm
actually.
fine. I can take it.
I would rather you be able to take 2 of them.
If I have to.
Let's go ahead and change mine as well while you're in this
Actually,
menu.
you know what? I have Elf Gauge down at the moment, but yeah, I can swap it over.
Either that or our Elith gauge up.
I changed mine over
Yeah.
while you're in there.
It's gonna be a shield.
Well,
Or one of those titles. Sometimes those have it.
Do they? Okay.
no.
Yeah, 'cause
you
they're
don't have
shorter.
any.
Okay, then
Rip.
I'm just gonna see what the bottom is. Does this interest you?
I mean, may as well, you know.
Either that or a
Either that or like some. Yeah. Well,
No.
oh god.
you do have a swift cast, just as an FYI.
And it is a max.
I beseech.
Wait.
By the way, Culling Flare is human.
Nice.
Let me use my thing. If
Release! It ends now! Watch me run with the wind!
We're fine.
Shadow moment! Gather. Here it is!
what? I didn't even see it coming. She's one frame me out of lag.
I know she's very weak to ARs, but everyone's weak to Culling Flare.
That's fair.
Just fish for the one-shot kill. Hope that she's not immune. Ow. Ow. She spun on me. Just a second. I'm just gonna...
She does not like me. For some reason.
Where is it? Pretty sure we still have it. There it is. There we go. Now my ARs will stagger her, maybe.
Let's find out.
Ow. Maybe not.
Why is it not working?
Gather light of
Run away from my blade ring hurl.
Bladerang! Ready to pursue!
The light of the heavens shall rain upon all who hinder me.
Let it entrance you! Bladerang!
Back here.
Freeze! Come to me!
She summons another hammer.
Okay.
Wait, what?
You can summon a hammer out of the sky and drop it on you now.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
has that spell.
Uh-oh.
I think that originally appeared in Vesperia. That's the first time I remember it anyway.
Let's get this over with.
Giant hammer. It does
Okay,
exactly what it says it does.
I'm gonna max.
It's over. You and me, Lambda. Here's the skies. Radiant light, strike forth. Divine Conqueror. First strike. Not yet.
Gosh darn it.
We've already got the 25, right?
No, we
Uh,
haven't
Did
used
we?
it yet.
I didn't think we had. Ow.
Whatever.
No, why now?
I said I was gonna do it.
No, but like the problem is that right what's gonna happen is when you leave the menu, my shooting stars is gonna go off, and I'm gonna have to excel and then shooting stars immediately. Like that was just a very bad time to do it for me.
The light quicken. Lightning blade flies through.
Three!
Light fire.
Light
To the sky. Flies through. Fiery beast. I'll settle this. Fall before me. Burning Phoenix.
gather light and clothe us with your healing glow. Light, come to me.
I'm gonna run up and max.
Let's begin. Calamity Rondo.
You didn't max yet, so
Before me.
I saw my chance and I needed to take it.
Yeah, I mean,
It kept us from risking getting the 25 instead of the max, so.
Also true.
Which is obviously the only reason you would ever do that. Okay. What? Can probably get up to 2.
It's over. Shining blade of triumph. Lunar Requiem. Fall before it.
Careful, hammers.
Oh god. Yeah, hammers. Indeed. Those hammers just deleted me.
I will not gather light of life.
Okay, good to know. You cannot block that.
Sorry about that.
Oh, she's way lower than I expected her to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been
That's
doing
why
really
she's
good
spamming
damage.
it.
That's why she's spamming dropping ham. She can just drop them everywhere?
Hammer time.
Oh, those freeze you.
We'll try to keep her staggered, but
I'm maxed out of it.
she has a bunch of different element hammers that she just spams.
I'm guessing the purple one's weak or near me, or being sadness, whatever it is.
If you
Yeah, that's
live,
weakened.
how did I live?
I will help 400 damage at a time. Oh, those are, I don't have the
Oh,
max.
I just got removed from existence.
Oh, the life.
I didn't catch the animation of her no longer getting staggered.
Either I'm mashed my B button way faster than I expected my ability to do so, or I'm getting
Ow.
the holding.
It's the holding thing. Swift casts.
I know, I just need to
Okay.
actually be able to get the CC and use the ability.
Okay.
Yeah,
fair
yeah,
enough.
look over at me. I am very threatening. Pay no attention to the healer in the background. Look at how
I'll be
threatening I am.
antidoting, but healing you probably won't save you in this case.
My
Yeah.
heal, on the other hand, I will still attempt. and it's just-
Honestly, I think the more important thing is killing her.
Fucking do it! No, man, I'm sorry!
Thanks, Richard. That was
Wow,
impressive.
Jesse.
Well,
Oh, I gained the sorcerer title. Nice.
Yeah! We did it! We got the title!
Hey, my weapon was tempered.
So apparently that's how close I was. That I got it from coin flare casts.
I mean, to be fair, I think you cast a lot of Calling Flare.
That's beside the point, Daniel.
Also, I'd like to just point out that Matt and I salvaged that from the brink.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
that was hard carried.
actually, the first guardian of Riot Peak was Anna Marcian.
Was Anna Marcian.
Anna Marcian. Anna Marcian, that's her
It
name.
was his idea to
Yep.
have challengers rise up the tower. I imagine that's why they felt Poisson would make an acceptable replacement.
Also, she was significantly stronger than the previous Guardian.
Yeah.
I mean, something fishy is happening here.
Uses a Marcian technology.
Well, anyway, that's my theory.
Your theory? Wait, so everything you just said is...
Completely made up and quite absurd to boot. I
That's
am
absurd.
Just the theory.
The current Guardian are acquaintances. That's interesting. The Guardian first appeared after an accident with a Kriya's art experiment. We believe he came here from another world.
Oh god.
Shrek-kun.
I've
I'll say
heard
he's
such
the
things.
Isekai pro
Barriers
tag.
between worlds being broken in accidents and people coming through as a result.
Isekai.
Since he's been searching for a way to return to his true home.
People come to Riot Peak from all over the world. This would be a perfect place to gather information.
Nah, he just likes beating people up.
Well, anyway, that's my theory.
God!
Ah,
Come on, now this is just getting stupid.
I
Lamp
agree.
shading it doesn't make it better, writers.
Must all my ideas be crushed like this?
In
Yes.
truth, the Overseer and the Guardian are simply good friends. Okay.
No, I'm not sure anymore.
I was allowed to work here as part of my training.
I don't believe it.
I don't believe anything anymore.
Now it makes
Does
sense.
does Asbel even have Lambda inside of him, or is that just another theory?
Actually,
I was gonna
not
say.
at all.
Well, good luck with the training, Poisson. You should come back sometime, Pascal. I'd love a rematch. You got it.
I think we're good. It would be funny to fight her as 4 Pascals, though.
No, it wouldn't.
The,
Hey.
the rematch of the
Yeah,
ages.
no
That's
reses,
actually true.
nothing. Cool.
Just don't die. You're playing Pascal. How could you let yourself die?
It would have been so funny if in that like last shot there with Poisson was waving us off, is if her image shimmered and it was just the previous Guardian in like a an illusion spell.
Okay.
Money.
Probably should have done that before farming for money, but it's fine.
Money.
Okay.
We did it.
We're officially good to
Also,
just continue the game.
Title wise, swap mine because I'm on manual.
Yeah. let me
And
just-
I actually need that one so I can get my art.
Yeah.
Oh
Wow,
yeah,
learns a new art at this part of the game? What the heck?
it must be a real last resort.
I mean, if Matt had actually been playing Mal.
Excuse you.
What?
Man, I had to max this ARs, alright? That's all I'm saying.
Let's go somewhere with a shop. Let's go to Cat's Corner. Because now that we are no longer doing money shenanigans,
We can actually upgrade our weapons,
yeah,
and armor.
The cat really hit us with, "I'm sorry that happened," or "I'm proud of you." I'm glad that did. Did you read the cat's dialogue when we entered the store?
No, this is
That was excellent.
okay, so I know what I wanted to do. I wanted to do what I have to do every time we go through Launt Hill, which is make sure we don't have a buildup of junk shards. I wish there was a book that just made shards not drop, honestly.
like a book of acquisition, but or
Not like a book of disillusion, this makes shards disappear.
yeah, disillusion. That's what I
Yeah,
was-
that just turns shards into, I don't know why I hit X, I didn't mean to.
How do you fuck up a menu?
With great skill. Okay, there we go. Now, dualize, I need to go to equip and switch Asbel back to his actual weapon.
I mean, you can still dualize. We have 5 weapons.
Yeah, fair enough. So I guess I still will, but, you know. Gonna be stuffy either way, so. No orange, sad.
Damn, how can you tell when there's only 1 frame?
Because I'm good at the video game.
That's
Sorry.
a good one.
Ouch.
Got him.
I'm sorry, how long did it take for you to go through the town?
That is not the
A
point.
good question.
Yeah, I'll take stuffy. Get that accuracy.
Accuracy?
accuracy.
Once again, no
Accuracy.
orange. So you pretty much get to choose between Wicked, Stuffy, and Suave. Wicked is physical attack, Suave is Prius attack, and Stuffy, if I can
What's
find
Stuffy?
another one, is accuracy. I don't see another Stuffy.
And
so...
Wicked was just physical, right? Basically.
Yeah, pretty
Get the
much.
Physical.
Okay, go down to the bottom. I want to check something real quick.
Oh,
Gallon.
wait, there is a Gallant. But why? The quality of the
Gallant.
shard itself is cute, and it's not orange.
Equip that Gallant shard, Daniel.
I mean, I am, but I want to know.
Thank you. Thank you.
Why? Ooh, magical.
Magical. Ooh.
Balanced
Daniel's
stat game
trying
for
to-
your balanced stat character.
Balance my stats then.
Literally trying to jip me out of Gallant. What a dick.
It
He
wasn't.
doesn't. No, it's not a deliberate attempt at incompetence. It's just incompetent.
Okay.
I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt, you dude.
Tried to slap Wicked on Pascal.
I mean, I actually use physical attack somewhat, so it's like that's not a waste.
Would
Like,
you rather have
if it was
Wicked or
on Asbel.
Suave?
Wicked, if I'm gonna be honest.
Get the most
Okay.
just stat points.
Yeah. Not to mention the fact that like Pascal's arts are still pretty good, legitimately. Because they are instant cast hit scans. So, you know,
I'm just glad we beat the fish on the top floor
same.
on the first try.
Also same. Because we were efficient. Scarlet Vestments.
We being Matt and Robert.
Yeah.
Also, it was a pun on efficient because
Yeah,
fish.
yeah, I also got that. I was just more emphasizing how little impact me and Daniel had in that fight.
Specifically Daniel. Once you got up, you raised people.
Ouch. I did damage. I'm not a fan of this
To yourself or
DPS
to the
hate.
enemy.
Hey, not a fan of this DPS hate going on right now.
It's okay, we're just average MMO players. It's our job to hate the DPS player.
Thumbs up as legends. Let's go.
Legend, by the way.
Yeah, legend, by the way.
Hmm.
If there's not a bunny boy with that name somewhere, I'm disappointed. Someone's got to do it.
Yeah.
Getting my name changed right now.
Yeah,
I think it's
Eric outta
funnier
here.
if the person who does it isn't a legend.
No,
Sounds like
you
you have
have
some
to do
grinding
the
to do.
super. You have to do the super haughty like title. Both weapons as paladin. Like,
and just play like absolute
Let's
shit.
see.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I guess I'll go
That's
with
what you do.
Suave.
Stand in every AOE. Heal yourself. Do all of the like inefficient
In
shit.
fact, no. When they try and save your life, you cover whoever's about to get hit with a tank buster. Just
Excellent.
like you just go out of your way to kill yourself.
Also, I must say that I am glad that I'm a healer now. Now that I can rescue somebody into the AoE and dash out.
By the way-
Check the other things. Wow. Really? Not even gonna check? Just sticking me with that?
Yep.
Yep. Also, I
Oh, something longer than
I
the
did
kid.
do Sage in a few dungeons, you know, and I've never healed in a dungeon before other than Blue Mage. I got 3 comms in my first run. I'm just
Yep.
good at the game.
Yep. People are actually... Wow. See, look at all these deficients that I could have gotten.
Nah, you didn't have any. I had the hard read.
No, you didn't.
There's a
a
conceal.
conceal,
Oh,
and
there's
there's-
another deficient.
Efficient. Done. Simple.
Easy as that.
Malik doesn't need more defenses.
Yeah, no, he's just paper.
Oh, I missed someone's weapon. Oops. Oh, how that happened.
don't. I
Well,
think I saw... Like...
There was a
Stuffy.
6th letter, I think.
Oh,
She
no,
could-
that was Sunny.
it's just Sunny.
I wish you could
Not
sort by
with the
resulting
engine.
quality. That'd be nice.
If only. If only you could sort by anything, honestly.
I mean, at least it's sorted by type of gem.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if it was
But
sorted
type of gem, at least for us,
shard?
doesn't matter. We
I
don't
know,
care
but
about the
I mean-
effects of the shard. We care about the quality. That's
I mean,
the
I-
only thing we really care about.
I care about the effects of the shard.
Quality.
Was that reinforces thing? Wasn't that a 6th letter? No, it's
Oh.
hard. Never mind. I don't know what the fuck I was looking at.
I'll just give you a random Suave, probably. Either Suave or Sunny. Sunny gives slightly more Krios attack, and
Sunny gives slightly more Krios attack.
and then Suave gives...
You're passing over Noble too.
Suave
more
gives
Krios
way
attack.
more Krios attack compared to the others, and then
But
Noble
less-
gives way more accuracy.
Give me the Noble.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. And then we sell our worthless gems.
I.e. everything. Oh, gems total. Okay.
Not Source Hunter. We are not
Yeah.
selling the Source Hunter.
Well, he said we're selling our worthless ones. That one is like invaluable.
Save that.
items.
I
No,
would save that.
Refresh isn't the good one. It's the chance of CC up when evading.
Yeah, but that's not that.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
if you
I'm
want to,
alive.
you can, but like, it is an L gem.
Though. It's not a good L gem.
It has Rise on it. It's better than the majority of the other gems.
That doesn't make it a good gem. It just makes it better than the
A better
trash.
gem. All right, and then shall we go down to the bottom of the floor of the Guardia shaft and see how we do now?
Yeah.
God.
Now that we're like,
Watch them one-shot us.
I expect them to one-shot us, but I expect them to stagger like easier.
Yeah.
If I'm going to be completely honest, that's what I expect. You know what, Daniel? I'm going to do something cheeky. Go over to Malik in the menu. Change his status.
2.
Hubert.
Okay.
Matt's got something cooking in his brain, and I'm scared.
Also, I'd just like to point out something someone said in my chat a while ago while we were doing the tower. And I just want to see if you guys can parse this, because it doesn't make sense to me. Kill last boss in Chaos at 10 floor Zangagog. Smile.
He's speaking the language of the gods, Daniel. I don't know what you're expecting.
I cannot. I
Like-
cannot wait.
Also,
I
I think that's
just-
the wrong one.
Is
Yeah.
it? Yeah, it is. You're right. Ugh. Sorry, I mixed up my teleporters.
Yeah, you
Should
obviously
actually
they ha-
progressing the game. It's been an eon since we've been here.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
It's literally been over a month.
An eon is longer than a month.
Well, no, I'm saying I
Oh.
think
That reminds me, I need
longer
to...
than a month since we have been here.
Yeah.
How long is an eon, by the way? I've never actually known. I think.
Technically it varies, but like it's a vague measurement of time for the most
No.
part.
An eon is supposed to refer to 1,000,000,000 years.
Yeah.
I thought it was supposed to refer to like what time period the Earth was in.
That's an era.
You're
Yeah.
right.
According to Britannica, an eon, geologic time, less formally, eon refers to a span of 1,000,000,000 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I just
Uh.
I looked it up as well and got the same thing from the same source.
Long span, eon, long span of geologic time. In formal usage, eons are the longest portion of geologic time. Eras are the second largest. 3 eons are recognized: the Phaerozoic eon, the Proterozoic eon, and the Archean eon.
Okay,
Less,
so it
less
was
formally, eon refers to a span of 1,000,000,000 years.
yeah, so that was what I was thinking.
So basically, both are correct technically.
Yeah, both are definitions of it. It's just
Which
Yeah.
one you're using?
yeah, it's just which one you
Oh,
I
mean.
went with
like,
1,000,000,000
where's the
years because I don't want any
fucking order?
arbitration in what eon we're in.
True.
I want a hard cutoff.
He said the thing. Get him.
There we go. Book of Duplication.
He didn't say on a side note though.
On a side note, do.
No, when that,
That's
that
bingo.
happened,
That's bingo right there.
I have spoken, Daniel.
Speak only in Danielisms.
Exit over this way or is it to the right? I don't remember. Okay, it's this way. Cool. Glad I...
And before that's a one-way teleporter back up to the surface.
That would have been really funny. But I know it's not, unfortunately.
These enemies in
Also-
the past, you can body us.
I didn't miss anything, right? Beef curry, rice omelet, book of maintenance, book of fortune,
Why are we using
chamomile
both?
savory.
Why are we even using Book of Growth?
Because we're not maxed out yet. And we
He wants
have
it to hit
13
nines.
slots.
He wants it to hit 9s, I think.
Well, yeah, that's the max.
Book
but
of
we want-
expansion.
We want it to hit 9,000. What is it? I think it's
9,999.
No,
Oh, so yeah, you're good.
299. So that way, when we start New Game Plus, we can buy the extra, the last 500 without having to grind it because it gets way
No, it
harder
doesn't.
to grind once you get past the 9,000.
Not really. It's not actually that big of a difference.
Is it?
Also, you assume that we're gonna New Game Plus this.
What do you mean we're not going to New Game Plus? We have to get those level 200 titles.
Anyway, is there another book you would rather me
No.
replace this with?
Do we have
No.
Disillusion on?
Because, yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
we do.
We have maintenance, dissolution, and precedence. Like, Book of Growth is
Alan.
mainly on because I don't know what else to put. No, we don't need SP.
Valor.
What's the one that doubles the chance of actually making something from the mixer?
Book of Fortune. Yeah, Book of Fortune. We already have it on. We
Then
already
what-
have both Book of Fortune and Book of Duplication on.
Okay.
Yeah, we already have literally everything,
Like-
pretty
I
much.
don't recognize most of the books by name. I
Yeah.
understand that we have certain
Kill.
books that do certain things, and I just want to make sure that we have those equipped.
Okay, let's go look some enemies.
Flare shot. Flare shot.
Not setting flare shot. Wow. It's almost like you don't want to be fast.
The Scarlet
wait,
Salvo is
that's
the
right.
fast one. Flare shot's the bonker.
That was what I had set up.
Yeah. Flare
And
shot's the
then
one that
this one was-
claps. And Scarlet Salvo is just full turbo.
No!
These guys are weak to ARs. Ow. Well, they don't body us. That lag, though.
Yeah.
The game's slowing down because of how many hits were going on right there.
Impart us with your healing glow.
It's over. Rip to pieces.
He stole my thing.
Flare shot.
I'm too used to Kuni where you can't use the left stick to retarget things, so I've been trying to use the D-pad, but it's not doing anything.
Oh yeah, that's right. I have Malik titles.
I mean, you are playing Malik.
Yeah.
By technicality.
Jesus, what is with these monsters and slowing down the game?
I'll settle this. Destiny calls. Do you dare? Witness its Aurora. Majestic Gate. Prepare yourself.
Darn it.
I'll give
You.
you everything
I'm glad someone got it.
I tried to get my 50 off.
and some of these.
Well, I just did the 50.
Just did the 50.
That
Yeah.
was 50.
Majestic Gate's the 50.
Rising Phoenix.
Where
Ow.
Spiral Ascension is my 75.
Rising Phoenix.
Hurry! No!
Flare shot. Burn. Lightning blade. Slice through.
Yeah, these enemies basically amount to just being HP sponges to us at this point.
Yeah.
Right, but they were also doing so much damage before that we couldn't kill them fast.
Yeah, what I'm saying is like in comparison to what they were before, they're HP sponges to us now.
Yeah.
Because like I got hit there, I didn't even get crit. The second one was what killed me there. But that's just chaos normal stuff. That's not even like these enemies being super busted.
Face your fate. Freeze. Cleansed by the light.
Yeah.
Face your
Because, like, the only problem last time was that they were literally just bodying us on stats. We just couldn't stagger them.
lightning blade. Trigger blade. Burst.
If only I actually had the 75.
What the hell was that echo?
I don't know.
Ah!
Are you sure about that, Mal?
I am the Bladering Virtuoso. Also, now that I have the art, I have to go back to Malik so that I can actually master it.
Blade Ring Virtuoso.
Let's get ready for me to. By the way, equip that immediately, please.
Congratulations.
Bro.
Now Malik will be able to activate 25, 50, and 75.
All
Just
on
like
his
Richard.
own.
Yep.
And
Alright.
Richard will be gone though, so he'll have to take up the mantle.
You say
mean,
gone, but
Gone is a strange word for what will be happening to Richard.
that's a very loose term.
I mean, it'll be someone wearing a Richard costume, but it won't be Richard. He'll just have different stats, let's be real.
By the way, look at this 7cc art. Mmm.
And strong.
And inflicts more hits if Malik's low on HP. Okay.
Look at how good this is. Watch this.
My fight begins.
Bop. That's it. That's all it does.
Shining blade
That's
of
your full health, right?
Yeah.
I didn't even see what it did. It just was lag.
Let's begin. Calamity Rondo.
Oh, it activates Calamity Rondo? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it does.
Calamity Rondo.
Twice even.
Okay.
It's over. Shining blade of triumph.
Daniel's doing it on the one that's not even being comboed.
I was just holding L1. I'll be real. That's what happened there. I'm just pressing the button, man.
I'll settle this. The blood of King Royal.
I just want to pop the thing.
I've got to take the 50 hits when I can, you know, because I literally can't get the next one after.
Come on. Come on. Do the thing. Do the thing, Sophie.
I didn't mean to do that.
Sophie.
Damn it. It would be nice. They are very staggered. I'm not sure why you're not getting it. And look, I can do mine.
Here's the sky. Radiant light, strike forth. Divine Conqueror.
You are
Like,
really the divine conqueror.
that was so sad watching them just be staggered and the time just run
Where
out.
are we? Some kind of divine conqueror?
I'm just gonna keep them staggered with
Thank you. You actually kept it from stopping me.
Incineration Wave's really good at keeping big things staggered. It's easy mode. Ow.
I forget that the red ones have the gun.
This one's about to not have a gun. See? No
The red
gun.
ones- The red ones are the gun ones, and the red ones are also weak to B arts.
I do like the sound effect of Last Resort, but the problem is everything else.
Imagine getting low
All in all.
and not being dead.
Couldn't be me.
Ow, bitch.
I can still move.
I'm not gonna be able to raise you. You know, just
It's a fight. It's a will.
Hey, you're not high enough level yet.
Be gone. Be gone. I'll keep on getting stronger.
Oh god, I do not like that echo.
as opposed to not
Virtuoso of the sword.
getting stronger.
Aurora Lotus.
Woohoo! A useless title.
Hey, it gives you 40 HP.
I mean, if you don't want those stats, I'll take them.
I mean, the stats are okay, but like, it's the level 100 title, and all it gives me is it buffs Aurora Lotus slightly.
They got a magic card. I bet you really enjoyed going down that path for that.
I mean, I'm one step closer to 100% completion. We're one step closer to Richard's final title.
Make sure to go to the right.
Also, actually,
by the
out
way.
of curiosity, how far off are we from that? Where do I check
I don't know.
that?
You're. What do you mean the final title? Items
Alright.
discovered, probably, right?
Yeah, that's probably it. Not as far off as I expected, but yeah, pretty far off.
Go to the right. Go to the right.
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 You guys just want to fight this, or is there another reason?
There's another reason.
Yeah, you have to explore like the other side. Because I'm just gonna tell you, the boxes on this one are going to be at the ends of both the left and right paths.
So I'm guessing the way I was about to go is the correct way.
It is the left way, but it's also the right way, if you get my drift.
Yeah, I feel you. Last resort didn't stagger it.
Yep.
She's not wounded at all, that's why.
Sorry.
Thing is, last resort's initial attack doesn't get stronger with my low HP. It just gets more hits if I am lower.
It's over. Rip to pieces.
Might as well just keep the Mystic Arts going, right? Like, why stop?
All right, Robert, it's your turn.
Use your 25 right now.
Come on.
It's already used.
Use it right now.
You know what? You know, if you're not gonna Mystic Art, I will.
Here's the skies. Radiant light, strike forth. Divine conqueror. I'll settle this. Destiny calls. Do you dare witness?
I just want to cast Last Resort.
Worry not. There's more. Oh darn it! I guess there's not another Mystic Art on the way. Oh,
It stopped being staggered. It punched me and I died.
ow.
Ow.
Oh, but you're low. You're really low.
Hey, the
Yeah, but
last
they're
resort will
targeting
actually
me.
do something. Ooh.
Yeah, but they're targeting me.
Okay, but now just don't heal him.
The problem is that it still sucks at this rate, by the way.
Wow, can't believe you stole my kill like that.
I can't believe you didn't kill him like that. One hit. Oh, somebody healed me. Darn.
Yep. But think about it like this: it did less damage, so we get more usage.
True.
You know what? I guess I will just stay over here.
He just turned around and smacked. Okay. Ow.
I guess I won't heal you.
Light take form and grant thy boon. Rejuvenate. Gather light of life. Impart us with your healing glow.
Do.
Did the
He
thing.
said the thing. Get him.
What else am I supposed to do?
Do.
Do.
Ow.
You're fine.
Right into
Oh,
next week.
okay. Oh, well.
I've traveled back in time from next week.
This
Please
wasn't
stop
dead this
throwing
time, so I
monsters
actually
at us.
get SP.
Yep.
How close is Richard to actually getting the XP, by the way? Okay.
He's making good
About
progress,
3/4.
but it'll be a bit.
Yeah. By the way, make sure to go up. No. Or like closer to the screen. You missed a path.
I mean, yes, but like,
That's the right path, by the way. Smile.
is there nothing on the upper left path then? I was
there
going
probably
down?
is. There probably is.
Why'd you tell me to go right, you monsters?
Because we
I
don't
knew
know.
there's a box.
know.
I knew there's a
Okay.
box down here.
What?
Oh, hey, another cat's clothes. That's
Right.
actually really good because that's good armor.
Yeah, so what I would do is I would just
It's not-
zigzag the way down.
It's just not plus 13.
But honestly, it is probably still better than someone's.
Oh, it's probably better than mine.
Check Pascal.
Nope, worse than yours.
It gives me more CC though.
She needs more evasion.
You know, I don't think you're correct.
You need someone to hit 1,000 evasion.
I would say Pascal's the best to put it on. Because I don't really care if she lowers Kriya's
That's a
defense. I don't care.
lot
I'm
of
not getting hit.
evasion loss. Actually?
No, look at the physical
Oh
defense.
yeah, mine is 100.
No, physical defense
But
is more
you get
important.
even more Crius. Or not more Crius, more CC.
You know that's your
Also,
cat's
this
clothes-
is actually just better than the cat's
Yeah,
clothes we already
this one
have.
gives- this one has
No, the
rise.
reason why is because you Rise is like a shard thing, and yours doesn't have that anymore because we plus 13'd it.
Really?
That's not a shard thing.
Yeah,
Well, no,
look at it.
Alright.
Look at the other cat's clothes.
Well, I know it has a shard effect, a shard thing, yes, but some equipment has effects that don't come from shards.
This one has its shard effect as Rise.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is, Matt, look, it doesn't have a plus.
okay. If
So
we give,
if it is a shard effect, they were dumb to.
hold on,
It is.
if we give the new cat's clothes a shard effect, will it overwrite the rise?
Matt
Yes.
saying is yes, what Daniel's saying is no.
Okay.
That's because like
Well, okay,
Me fine.
don't
No,
even bother. Don't even
weapons are
bother
not-
thinking about it. Let's just go to a shop and do it later. Like, there's no
Fair.
point in debating it when you can't put it to rest.
I was going to definitively put it to rest because weapons have the same thing, and they have 2 effects on
Well,
them.
you can say that, but the armor we don't have proof in front of us. Like, just
Okay.
get it definitively answered. Don't worry about anything else. Just call it a day. Alright?
I'll settle this. Fall before me. Burning Phoenix.
You hit both of them.
Yeah, if you shooting stars to bait them over into the corner so that they would get hit with both.
I'll settle this. Roar like the wind.
I knew I wasn't gonna get that cast off anyways.
I'll settle this. Roar like the wind.
Nor was I going to get one there.
Vertex Rose.
Did he get 3?
No.
Nope.
Bad. Or my bad. Right, I'm streamer man. Sag. Contractually obligated.
True.
Slice through. Howl like fire.
Dude, ow, my face. It has been hit.
Let's begin. Ready for this? Tremorous, celestial, thundering, spreading light of cyclonic butchery!
Nice.
It's over. Shining blade of
Draw my sword and Mystic Guard.
And the best part is it kept the combo.
And it was such a beautiful combo number.
Oh, ow.
still.
A passion that burns!
You're gone. Run my
No. Get distracted.
Willingness to fight is a
Run my enemy through.
And now we murder the enemy with extreme prejudice.
passion that That wasn't pretty, but a win is a win.
Yay, last resort
Resort
adept.
adept.
Dual blade virtuoso.
Does last resort adept give anything that matters?
Adept for last resort.
Yeah,
If it's
Think
cast
that-
time down, that'd be appreciated.
No.
accuracy, crease attack up effect. That's not bad.
Yeah.
But we
We'll
can
just
just
let
wait
it
for-
cycle to it.
Yeah. Also the
That
Hubert
works.
one.
Oh, right.
While we're here.
Oh, hey, there's his 50.
Excellent. Hubert's gonna have the same thing. Have all of them filled out.
18 evasions. That's pretty good.
He
Yeah, it
needs
covers
it.
weaknesses.
He really needs
I like how
it.
these respawn by the time I get back to them, even though I have Book of Swiftness on and no Dark Bottle.
Kill.
Well, just put a. I would just say, if we run past one we've already killed, just put a stamp in it and say we've killed that one at least once.
Well, the thing is that we still need Richard to level up.
Yeah, once Richard's level 100, I'll start largely ignoring enemies, because these enemies do
Yeah.
take an eon to kill.
They're
Yeah.
not exactly like the most interesting enemy enemies either.
And
Bingo.
they're not worth the XP for the time investment.
Yeah.
That was an interesting move because I got revived in midair. I did the flip and actually just landed on my feet. I never hit the ground.
Damn.
Like a real hero.
That's
I'm
quite
gonna
bonkers.
max.
You and me, Lambda. Here's the skies. Radiant
Easy, easy, lemon squeezy.
Meanwhile,
Darn
me
it, I didn't get the
sandbagging over here.
25. Do, 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 do.
He said the thing, get him.
Yeah.
Man.
It's a Lunar Requiem kind of day.
That's because I'm
At
trying.
night because it's a lunar requiem.
Whatever.
You idiot.
Isn't there a lunar eclipse? So technically it is the day.
Lunar eclipse happens at night.
Yeah. It's,
Oh, right. Lunar eclipse. I'm thinking solar eclipse.
So I will say the presence of a lunar requiem requires the presence of a lunar stand.
Fucking goddamn it, Daniel.
In my defense, I was holding the button before you did that.
But you did it after I maxed, so therefore, god fucking damn it, Daniel.
I was doing my best.
I roll essential.
I actually didn't know we still had the 25. I was going for the 50.
You say that.
Well, I held the button at like 45, which is an appropriate time to start holding the button in this crowd of things that are hitting it. Ow.
I noticed that you didn't take the 50 that time.
It's already gone.
But you didn't take it.
You know what?
Yeah, what of it?
What? Yeah, what?
What?
Release.
At least
At least.
I am a nice
Listen to him-
person.
Is everyone okay?
Listen to him stalling just for a lie.
Did you know that it takes longer to concoct a lie than it is to speak the truth? I hope you enjoy this place.
There's just so much
Aren't you
walking.
enjoying the
fact.
very detailed scenery?
Hey Daniel, imagine if you
actually,
didn't have Book of
yeah.
Swiftness.
Ew. I don't think that's actually better for anyone.
It's female
Yeah,
only.
no,
wait,
it's
no,
male
it's a
only.
tunic. Yeah, it's a tunic.
Two of
But
them.
also the
it's-
fact that we have a +2 that isn't equipped on anyone says, I think, all that needs to be said.
Yeah, that is fair.
I'm trembling. Why?
Okay.
I really don't like starting literally every one of these fights
I just
stunned by
realized.
the enemy Nova
Is this-
failure.
Yeah, it's Nova.
Can you change your starting formation under tactics, or is that not in this game?
It's
That's not in this game.
I've asked before. It's based
Damn
on
it.
player number.
Yeah.
Well, no, like in other other.
I understand what you mean, but I'm saying in this game is exclusively based on player number.
Dang it, why do you have to res me with so much HP?
I'm sorry. Here, have some more.
Fuck.
Look, all you have to
I
do
got-
is get hit with that. They just straight up murdered you through your thing. Wow,
I used
okay.
shooting stars with my Excel, and it didn't stagger them. They instead just stood there, took their sweet time, and cast, and then killed me.
I'm gonna max.
I hate these enemies.
Oh, that's unfortunate. But it's okay, because I
Dang
still
it.
got it.
Dang it.
I thought
it
I
was
had more
really funny
time
if he
before
had gotten
the-
40.
Like, I thought I had more time before that.
I would like this.
Settle this. Like the wind.
I got the 25 out of the way.
Vertex rock.
Oh, fuck.
It's over.
God,
I'm getting the
I got
50 out of the way.
Wait.
Okay, now you can have the 3.
Yeah.
Trying to help, Jesse. We got you.
I appreciate you.
Settle down.
Out my face. Anyway, now let's, I guess, try and get up to the 75 if one of them will live long enough. I'm out of
That was
60.
funny. We did an Excel, what, a 25 and a 50, well, all while having a 3.
Nice Ellis break. Let's fucking go. Okay, I can actually.
Unfortunately, we are not going to get the 75. So sad.
No.
We cornered that guy and then forced him out of the corner.
Like the old days.
Because we didn't need him to be in the corner for us to murder him.
True. Very true.
Very true.
Big if true, though.
I think the worst thing is you can't even like farm XP in this area if you feel like you need levels very effectively. And why does everything
Like,
look
could you
the
imagine
same?
us being actually another 20 levels down trying to fight these bastards and farm XP off of them?
Because they're so far away. Even if you dark bottle, it's just not.
I think there's a
Very
couple
effective.
of places where they're close to each other, but
I know
Well,
they
even
really
then,
wanted to
it's-
try and build up the scale of this place with size, but I feel like this is kind of the wrong way to do it.
yeah. Also, 5 hourglasses, by the way.
Yeah, I was
Have-
gonna say, like, Jesus, fuck.
Have things that move us around so that way we don't have to.
Hold a button.
Yeah. Like, I have Book of Swiftness and it is a solid 15-20 seconds to get down
Look,
each
this is
path
what
at
happens when
least.
you don't get your Aether Currents. That's all I'm saying.
True.
Yeah,
Get your
I-
Aether Currents, kid. Be able to fly.
you know, you're right.
Isn't Daniel actually just going backwards into it?
Nah.
No.
He is
It's just
going
it's
on
just a
overdrive.
really long way to this dead end.
Yeah, we'll let him know. 100%. Discard. Yeet.
We don't need them.
Alright.
Toss into the abyss.
Okay, so I get only carrying 15 apple jaws on you, but surely there should be a
Room in the
caveat there.
backpack for elixirs, you know,
Like,
Okay,
please. Okay.
I got 100 to 0 before I could even move. I was stunned that long. I got stunned with
Ow.
by a Nova barrier, then I got knocked back, and then I got hit by an inverse pressure. Or what I assume to be an inverse.
it is an inverse pressure. You are correct.
Yeah, it is inverse.
Yeah, because the enemy's doing it. Oh, okay. I'm gonna back
Yeah.
away and then,
Life bottle, because I have their attention.
yep,
incineration wave.
get distracted. Look over here. Gosh darn it. He did not listen.
Hey, last resort crit. That actually does decent damage if it crits.
It's over.
Meanwhile, me doing the
I just
Toho
wanted to
standing
stop
on
the lag.
The what, Matt?
I was doing the Toho. Have you seen that meme of the Toho player dodging the rain?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was doing.
Okay.
I stood still in the inverse pressure and it gave me the like evading thing.
To the sky. It's over. Shining blade of triumph. Lunar Requiem.
999. Damn.
Max
Is it Final
damage.
Fantasy?
Oh, God fucking damn it. Angelic Ascent leaves me in the air so long that the enemy is unstaggered before I touch the ground.
Yeah, Angelic
Yeah.
Ascent, in my opinion, is a really bad attack, just in general. Anytime you would want to use Angelic Ascent, Piercing Blast is almost a better option in every situation.
Yeah.
A willingness to fight. It's a will to live.
Let me heal you, Matt.
I'm gonna max in a second.
over. You and me, Lambda.
Bonk, bonk,
Here's the
bonk, bonk.
splash. Radiant light, strike forth. Divine Conqueror.
Conqueror of the Divine.
And there's the 75.
No, my heel almost got off.
Sword of Royal Crimson.
But who were you trying to heal?
Me.
If it was Matt, I was gonna say I was doing him a favor.
I'm the only one who had taken damage.
He already
yeah?
healed me.
Oh, damn. I was too late then.
Yeah.
Oh, you were really late. I healed someone else in between that and my self-attempt.
Another enemy easily defeated.
Watch him turn around and one-shot you.
That wasn't pretty.
Why do you think why do you think I speak up before the enemy actually dies? I'm giving them a chance.
Go,
Alright,
Richard.
now we don't even need to fight any of these bastards.
Virtuoso of lordliness.
Unless we want to get hit.
We do actually have to fight some because we do need Richard to actually.
Get his double.
Nova
X
resistance and
Nova.
evasion. I actually like
Yeah.
that one.
But we don't actually have to fight it here. We just have to. Actually, you know what? We don't.
We beat the final boss, get the SP, fill it up all the way. We're done. You know, just.
I mean,
fuck it,
fair
dude.
enough. If you want to trust that it will give enough.
It probably will.
Is it?
Well, honestly,
It's upper path, right?
it's not going
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not going to affect
You
too
already went
much.
the other way.
Like.
Caustic.
Woo! I can switch that one out.
And there goes the mixer.
Yeah. There's a reason I have Book of Maintenance on.
Fireproof cloth is at 0. Do it. Hey, at least there aren't fast enemies that we can just accidentally run into, though.
Yeah.
True.
I don't like that you said that, Robert.
Look,
I see-
Dana, there's a chest up there.
Imagine going back and oh hey,
Yeah, you can just get one of those in here. I think honestly the reason they give you that one is so that you can have someone be Richard in the zone
Yeah.
cage.
Oh,
or
actually,
wherever else.
yeah.
Yeah. And the other thing is like, hey, these exist if you haven't found them already.
yeah. If you don't check out the Dualize menu, here's a thing to entice you to
Or remind you
actually.
of the fact that side quest exists. You know, there's.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, I don't even really consider that one when.
I really want to just press a button and have it auto run, but that's not a feature in this game.
I don't
Yep.
use that button. That's a dangerous button.
Oh, hey, teleport
It's a good
pad.
button. Not when you're in a dungeon, but when you're just running around in the overworld, great button. Do recommend.
Yeah, we've saved Merida and Quickie, apparently.
Apparently.
Damn. Time to save.
Meanwhile, it hits warp pad.
One big happy family.
As a daughter, it's now my responsibility to carry on Asbel's legacy.
Oh
I
no.
must do everything I can to carry
And
this
save
legacy
the world.
into the future.
Death
Notice who
If
or
Asbel
by
is
her.
your father, does that make Sharia your mother?
Yes.
This is a dangerous skit.
And Pascal is my big sister, and the captain is my grandfather.
implying
She
that
used to be
Malik
my
is
big brother,
Asbel's
but-
dad.
If I'm Asbel's child, I guess he's my uncle now.
I see.
So you can be my new big brother, Richard.
Yeah, who, me?
That's horrifying because
Your
that means
big
he's
brother, is it?
Aswell's child technically.
Well done, sire. You're the last to join the family and still nabbed the best position.
Would you like me to massage your shoulders for you, Grandpa?
Oh, that would be lovely, grandson.
We're all one big family.
A little to the right there, sonny.
Your shoulders sure are stiff, Grandpa.
You're getting a little there, sonny.
I would,
Bones.
I would love if Malik is just missing 1 HP.
Is this one way or?
You
No,
really
it's
want
not.
to test it?
It's not one way, for the record. You can go to the shop and whatever.
Okay, I am gonna be right back. I don't
Okay.
want to have to leave in the middle of the final boss battle to pee.
Also true. Or cutscenes afterwards.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna refill my water bottle as well.
Okay. Yeah, please charge that mixer. Extremely important.
But
Also, notice that the rise...
well, but look, the rise sticks.
It doesn't stay there, though. That's the thing, is that yours also had the exact same thing. Where it is a secondary one, yes, but it will get booted off eventually. Especially since yours is plus 13. It does get booted eventually. Because notice that all of the really high ones just have what we like, the standard shard like upgrades, and the lower ones have it as a secondary, and the ones that we haven't touched have it as their primary. Also, yeah, I don't really see a whole lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna find.
Yeah, just a 5-letter, like one that has a. Actually, evasion. I don't even need evasion. This is on Pascal. Remember?
Yeah,
actually,
I'll
you're
I'll
right.
just slap Noble on.
Yeah.
There you go. Have that something
works.
Generic.
Yeah, because I was going to say it is on Pascal, whose evasion is almost about to hit 1,000. So you know.
Refill life bottles.
But yeah, that is how that works, though.
Okay.
I wish it wasn't, because it should be an inherent effect. Because, like, why not? Like, legitimately.
Yeah, this is the right one.
And I absolutely hate that it's not.
That is
I
rather
really
dumb.
do wish. Yeah, I really wish you were right there. Legitimately. But I need someone to complain with, you see? That's the issue. Because I think it's stupid. Because then what's the point of a weapon other than a stat stick?
It's literally the only difference between weapons then is how much CC they have.
Yeah. And even then you can change that by how many upgrades it has.
Well, but there is a... Okay, then. Okay, I guess we'll...
Alright!
We'll back to the shop.
Fine! Okay. I guess.
I'll switch fireproof gloves after theory
Wait,
of
was
evolution.
that a very low chance?
Yep.
You know what? No, leave it on that menu. So, guess what happened? Guess what procced while we were waiting for you guys?
Red something or other out of the mixer.
Yeah, the fireproof cloth.
Which is very
we
low
just
production
put on there.
chance.
I ate a bunch of elf, but it's worth. All right.
Yeah, it ate 7,000.
Yeah.
But there's now one less
I guess
zero.
We just have that. You already swapped that off for the wings, right?
Yeah. I
Okay.
swapped it off for
Now-
theory of
So
evolution.
Matt, I know because Jesse hasn't played and Daniel doesn't remember. Are we gonna do the special?
Fuck
thing?
no.
Okay.
Yo, that shit's
Question
hard.
mark?
I've tried.
Special thing?
I've tried.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
Also,
it.
you say I don't remember, but if it's a future arc thing, I never did it.
Well, that's the same thing as you not remembering.
And then yeah,
I mean, fair enough.
it's fine. So you know what? Then,
I
yeah.
only played the base game.
If it happens to us, because it might, I'll try it. But
Yeah.
I believe in you, Robert.
And it probably will happen to us, for the record. It's just, you know.
I'll just keep running around on the off chance that we get something else
I
out
really
of the
hope
mixer.
it's not that player one has to do it, because if it is, then
Yeah.
that would suck.
It probably is, but, you know, we'll see.
Yeah.
Also, I'd hate to be the guy that had to figure that one out. Like, legitimately. Damn, Jesse's taking a long time.
Yeah, to take a piss.
He apparently drank 34 gallons of water. Honestly, amazing he didn't OD on water and die.
But water is good for you.
Anything is poisonous in large enough amounts.
This is like your toxicity, you bastard.
Damn.
I don't know what you did to deserve, but you did something.
Also, I'm happy that in Final Fantasy XIV, I can now consider myself a decent DPS.
Why?
That's adorable.
Because I can actually do DPS properly. I'm still a better healer, but hey.
Have you done an
Healer
extreme
DPS
fight as
doesn't count.
DPS?
Yeah, that's what I'm basing this off of, Robert. I cleared extremes. I cleared both Zodiark and Heidelin as summoner.
Wow, spoilers.
I hope nobody in here like.
Okay, fair enough.
Like, Jesus Christ! Just call them
busting
N1
out the
to try
spoilers out here, like
Fine.
Jesus.
God.
I killed EX1 and EX2 as summoner. And
It's too late.
Yo.
You've already let it loose.
okay, you know what? It's
But
been
yeah,
out
but
for a
yeah.
couple weeks at this point.
Yeah, but good luck getting to play if you can only play during peak hours. Asshole.
True.
Plus, we had that one guy that was like, "Oh, hey, I've gotten to Heaven's Ward."
Yeah, he was watching the stream last week. Like, what the hell's wrong with you, dude?
Details. Anyway,
I
but
hope he never tunes into your stream again after hearing.
Yeah, or what? I hope he doesn't watch the mods either.
Actually, yeah, I hope he's
For
not
his
gonna hear
sake.
that.
But anyway, yeah, so I cleared both EX1 and EX2 as summoner. I'm still not a good DPS because from looking at FF logs, I fall somewhere between... I consistently fall between the 30th and 70th percentile for clears, at least what they were when I looked.
It was literally just... I don't even
Yeah.
like those. Don't pay attention to them, because
Yeah.
The
if
thing
it
is
costs
that
die, good.
yeah, the other part is that if you're not Bis, you're obviously going to be skewed lower.
I mean, yes. This
That's
is
how
true.
that works.
And I only
kinda hard to
cleared
judge when
it.
you're not.
I only cleared Zodiark once as Bis, and that run was kind of scuffed. So
And also, it's hard to do well in those percentiles if you are playing any form of ranged DPS. Because, well, maybe except for Black Mage. Because the ranged classes have, in theory, 100% uptime. There's no, like,
Yeah.
greed barrier that's restricting or advancing you forward, like you would on a melee. So it's
Yeah.
harder to do well, because the floor for doing well is substantially lower on those ranged classes.
yeah, but
Black
I'm
Mage
just
is an
happy.
exception,
I'm
because
just
they are a
happy.
melee with just a different kind of positional.
Yeah, I'm just happy that I
Positional
can
inside
actually be, you know, a decent enough DPS.
Yeah. That
Whereas
sounds like-
before it was like, huh, healing is the only thing I'm good at.
yeah, it's nice to diversify for the most part.
Now I just need to learn how to tank.
Well, the thing about tanking is you kind of can look at those numbers, but that's really not
The
the
damage numbers are not what's important there. It's the same thing with
No.
healing. Your damage numbers are important to be dealing damage, but like that's not what
no,
Yeah.
makes you a
I
good
am
healer.
I am a helper for the local melees to do well, because as our Dragoon has said in our static, he enjoys when I'm the main tank because my boss positioning is excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I relatively agree when it comes to all of that. It's like you don't need anything.
Should be
Extra.
optimizing where possible, but the
Which is easier to tank, EX1 or EX2 in your opinion?
EX1 is not even tanking.
Yeah, I was going
I
to
mean,
say
fair.
EX1 because all you gotta do is tank swaps.
That's fair.
The only thing you have to do is a tank swap. But the thing is that a real instance of tanking is when you actually have to move the boss to different positions.
Yeah.
So, like, EX2 requires movement. and it requires you making sure that a boss in a specific position. So it's probably harder than most because it requires you to do something unusual than just face boss north.
Yeah. And while I agree with the previous statements of you don't necessarily need, to like worry about
wants
damage.
to flex. He just wants to flex.
I just have to flex.
I mean, yeah. Like, dealing more damage does still make you better. It's just
The other
not
caveat
the
to
most
that, though,
important thing.
is that when you are a healer doing that well, it is conditional on the tank doing well. Because if the tank wasn't mitigating, you'd spend more resources healing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's conditional on
more
both
than
the tank and the DPS not getting hit if they don't need to, and the tank mitigating as much as they can.
Yeah, it helps more on Sage because your OGCDs are crazy. But
Well, yeah, but they're
what you
not.
said
So-
still is true.
I had this really funny interaction in the level 90 dungeon, and this person I was dungeoning with, I was playing Scholar because I like faster queues, and they were like really surprised. They were like, man, I'm really glad that an Endwalker Scholar can actually keep up on healing unlike Shadowbringers. And I'm like, buddy, you just had bad Scholars. Like, Scholar was the weakest of the 3 healers, sure, but like it
No,
could
it
keep
wasn't.
up.
It wasn't.
It wasn't?
It wasn't.
No, here's the kicker. Scholar was a pre-healer, as in you shielded
yeah.
them before shit happened. You X-cogged them before shit happened.
Yeah.
The only time that it's a worse healer is if the tank wasn't mitigating, because White Mage can repair your fuck-ups. Astro can repair your fuck-ups. Scholar supplements your defensive cooldowns, so their
Yeah.
effectiveness scales with the effectiveness of the tank. I
Yeah.
ran a dungeon yesterday, and I've played healer very few times, single digit still. Just ran a level 70 dungeon, and I was with a tank that literally did not mitigate any of his skills. He didn't use a single one the entire dungeon.
Yo.
However,
That's kind of impressive, actually.
I as Sage still kept him up though.
Yeah.
you
Also,
know?
Sage good though. Sage
Well,
real
yeah,
good.
but the thing is that even though I literally have level 0 on all healers and my Sage is level 73, I am still good enough at healing that I was able to keep him alive in spite of the fact he was doing 2 packs at a time and not mitigating.
Did Jesse fall asleep?
No, I'm here.
Wait, you're here? When'd you get
Yeah.
back?
What?
Like, not very long ago, but you guys were talking about Endwalker stuff, so
Oh, okay.
I was
Waiting for you to get
Okay.
back. It's really weird.
Yeah. Yeah, we were just waiting.
I was waiting for a break in any kind of conversation. But
Fair enough.
I did take way longer than I expected because we had a bug problem that we needed to take care of. My roommate's scared of insects, and she needed me to take it outside. So I got it on the paper towel. Then I took 2 steps, and the bug decided, oh right, I have wings, and it flew away. So it's sitting somewhere in our house now.
Right. Also, I'd like to point out I blew 400 health walking around. Anyway, boss fight. Once you pass this point,
Also-
there's no turning back. Are you ready? Sure.
Also, Jesse, we got a fireproof cloth while we were just walking around, so now we're on the next one.
Nice.
Very low production chance, and almost immediately after you two left, we got
just
it.
popped.
And it's like,
As-
I'd like to point out the last skit before the point of no turning back was the Malik, Sophie, and Richard skit. That's
Yeah.
the last skit they want you to leave on.
yes.
Is we're all a big happy family.
Yep.
And quirky.
Death flag, death
So
flag,
this
death
is-
flag.
Fodra's core. It's so much bigger than
Ooh.
Ephinius.
Well, Fodra's also a bigger
They're all
planet,
here.
isn't it?
Yeah, by a significant margin.
Yeah.
Hey friends. Look, we can talk about this if you just decide to stop killing humans. Humans don't even live here anymore.
Daniel was just about to misgender Fodra.
What?
You were about to misgender Fodra. You were about to say, hey guys.
Take my hand and we will live in peace. Together.
Live in peace. No. You will live in pieces. There's so many of you.
Rest in peace forever.
Become one with you.
Oh, that's.
But I am not you. I am Sophie Lant. Sophie? Asbel gave me the name.
Literally gave
I will
her
treasure
both
it
names.
forever.
Just took a while to get the second one.
True.
You aid humans, child of Phodra. Very well then. The choice is
It already was made.
Very well then. The choice is made.
Those are some giant Meseta crystals up there, by the way.
How much are those worth, man?
Whoa. Palutena?
Flaming.
You humans.
They fuse together and become bigger, and I think have skimpier clothing now.
Yeah, they combine,
Yes,
that's how
combine
JRPG
all their
works.
clothing together into less clothing.
Yeah, that's how a
Also-
JRPG works.
Green is the superior color than purple.
True.
So yes.
Green is a very powerful color. That's why I gave it to Zorstons.
What's she doing? I can hear her. It's like she's speaking.
Oh, that's the
What was he doing before?
This is literally a Final Fantasy 14 cutscene. Changed my mind.
Also, if she's speaking to them in their minds, why is her mouth still moving?
My head is splitting apart.
You can do both.
Yeah.
Not necessary.
Alex trying to bring hope, and then Pascal's like, no.
What are you talking about? That's not how this works.
Lambda.
Sundar Lambda coming to save the day.
hold her off for very long.
Don't worry. Just leave the rest to us, okay?
What's your plan here,
I'm sure if we
Asbel?
can reach an understanding with Phodra.
With our fists.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's no way this
Mutual.
is ending diplomatic.
Yeah, mutual pulverizing.
Time to use big stick diplomacy.
Then we can convince Phodra to trust us.
With our fists.
Big stick diplomacy. It's a lot easier to trust someone when you know they could end you if they wanted to.
Oh, hey, Aurelia.
Nah,
I'm gonna
dude,
get the first
that's
attack.
Sage.
My first attack.
Poison, paralysis, freeze, burn, petrify, slow. Literally every
All
stat
elements,
effect.
basically.
What I heard was burn, so incineration wave it is.
Maybe I shouldn't try to use last resort here. 1 second.
Probably a good plan to use something else.
1 second, hang on. 64 uses.
I saw poison, freeze, burn on Elflare. Man, it hits 3 weaknesses. It hit
if you
3
want me to-
weaknesses though.
Daniel, if you wanted me to sandbag, you wouldn't want me to swap off last resort. Does she have petrify?
Yeah.
I'll stick with rock lance then.
Light of the heavens shall rain upon
There we go, petrified.
Let's begin.
I don't know what weaknesses we're not hitting, but some
Yeah, it doesn't
weaknesses
matter.
somewhere.
Slow, freeze, and
Poison
poison.
pretty slow.
Huh. I don't remember why. I don't know why, but I thought Slash Rose was just poison slash. Oh well.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
You know, it isn't unfortunate.
She petrified me and then killed me. So I couldn't
Yeah,
add
see,
her.
see how she's shooting projectiles? She is Sage.
I mean, you know, fair enough.
By the way, is she... Yeah, no
I'm
way.
in my
No,
by
nothing.
the way, don't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll settle this. Fall before me.
I thought I had enough time to get that cure off. Oh well.
I was checking to see if she was weak to air, you know.
I don't think she's.
She's not. Careful. Don't get closer, because if you get hit, she can Mystic Art. I don't know why she's not, but...
Ow! My paralysis wore off right before I had her Axiom.
Let's begin. Ready for this?
At least I got the revive off.
Celestial
Thank you for waiting for that.
thundering light of cyclonic
My max is coming next.
Fall before me.
Okay, jerk, stop running away, coward.
This is trouble.
Ow.
Use it. Use it.
Trying,
Okay.
but it's not going. There we go. Finally got her staggered.
I was going to say both me and Jesse are frozen, and
Like, I was attempting, but she was refusing to actually stagger.
now we are dead.
Oh wait, why is it still casting? Come on,
It
move.
doesn't interrupt your cast.
Oh no, it's just it wasn't responding to my command to actually stop.
Ah.
Point.
Gotcha.
I wish you hadn't seen.
I'm sorry, Matt. I'm healing you.
That's. I'm not using last resort.
I'm sorry, Matt. I'm
Okay,
healing
if you could stop just subtly moving forward just enough to get away from Incineration Wave.
Petrified.
I actually think this fight is probably easier having not leveled more than it would be if we'd leveled a bit more.
What the fuck? Well, phase two
Also,
is-
Daniel, you've done EX file too, right?
Yes. Why?
Notice her weapon
something.
changed. And so did all of her resistances.
Amorphous human spirit fiend machine.
Yeah,
Nova
fair
with
enough.
the ARs. I'm gonna max in a second. I'm tempting to, but she's not staggered.
I'm attempting to stagger her, but I failed. Don't mind me, I'm just going to...
Don't mind me, I'm just getting launched.
Yeah. Oh god, she just...
Yeah, it just took me out.
Oh,
Ow, so I can't use that.
yeah, apparently not. Yeah, look over here. Pay attention to me. I'm very distracting. Once this res goes off, I'm gonna max. Okay. She
She's gonna
didn't.
outlast it too, I think.
It is. I'm just annoyed that that initial hit didn't
Okay,
stagger
she's
her,
got a-
which is why she got the elf break off.
She's got a ranged attack too. That.
Yeah.
It also doesn't help when I can't see, you know, every other thing.
It's been stuttering with lag pretty substantially in this fight for some reason.
I think it's the amount of just, like, the water.
I'd also say the battlefield probably doesn't help.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the floor. It forces it every time the camera changes direction at all. It has to adjust everything.
The blood of Cave Royal, Sword of Royal Crimson, Spiral Ascension!
King. No, the Emperor.
That's not what I wanted to do.
I'll settle this.
Some called him the King of Wendor. He calls himself the Emperor of Fodra.
The Emperor of the Holy Roman Empire.
I'll settle this.
Darn it.
I'm gonna max once this is over.
Witness is
Darn, that was the 50.
Someone get the 75.
I'll settle this.
Yeah.
Cave Royal.
Richard's on a Richard's on a spree.
Time.
Richard's gonna go out of this party with a bang. That's all I'm saying. Like,
How is she not staggering?
Because I'm standing still. I'm holding my charges.
Refuse to be max.
weaknesses have changed again, by the way, because she's back in chair mode.
Yeah, no, this is a Sage. Look at her shooting those projectiles. This is Sage.
Get back up. Anyway, who's maxing next?
I guess it's me, because I'm gonna get...
Oh.
Nope.
That's
At least you didn't,
unfortunate.
'cause he immediately went down.
I did my best to contribute to her actually being staggered, but it did not work.
Oh my god.
Once again, mine.
Ow. Okay.
I am almost done resing. No, no, I have an instant cast.
I mean, okay.
I wish you hadn't seen me like that.
Sorry about that. Failed everyone.
Ow.
Yeah, that move I can't do much about.
Yep.
on me. Yeah.
I was just double checking who I was targeting before I.
Yeah.
No escape.
I'd also like to point out that even Incineration Wave just straight up isn't staggering her when, if it's back to the weaknesses she had before, she should be weak to it. It's
one of the other shield. Oh yeah, you.
I'm gonna get freeze proof, my guy.
That's actually fair.
That's the third time
I might
died
do the same
just
thing.
being frozen.
Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to do the what's it called? I'm just gonna take the reduced damage.
Right.
You.
Three. Yeah, I'm doing a countdown. 3.
Well, I'm
2,
opening up the menu regardless.
Yeah, I didn't know if you were just mashing the button or.
Menus are hard when
I was
lag.
trying to be good about it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, how dare you? All right,
Gosh.
and gonna end it in 3, 2, 1.
Go.
Oh, thank you. I like how that's. I got CC for doing a perfect dodge there and still took 130 damage. What? Ow.
Okay,
I'm
Andrew doesn't
frozen.
like your freeze, unfortunately.
Nah.
It was worth a shot.
Yeah. Ow, 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 ow.
How? I did that backwards. I'm sorry.
Why is the edge of the battlefield right there? Not like me.
I died to death.
Oh god, I got frozen. I'm very dead.
Thank you.
Why would you paralyze me? You bitch.
Looks like she's targeting me.
Won't lose. No escape. Fall before me. Emerald.
I used an elixir.
Yeah.
The elixir of life.
No escape.
We threw 5 of those away.
Sorry about that.
No, game, do not.
Oh, okay.
It physically would not let me target Robert with that rejuvenate. It made me very sad.
It's like
No escape.
Thank you.
I just don't know what we can do about this because she's just not staggering, and I don't have any attacks that I can hit her with.
I wish you hadn't seen me like that.
Sorry about that.
Watch your step.
Oh well.
I'm already in the middle of healing you. Which unfortunately won't clear the freeze, but
Okay,
oh
I'm
my God.
gonna
I just got obliterated.
This is trouble.
we need status.
I'm gonna die.
Watch your step.
Thank you.
Okay, I found a way of attacking her that is safer, at least.
Okay, I would honestly be safer trying to air at this.
I'll settle this.
Probably.
Like the wind.
It's it's the same reason I stopped using Incineration Wave, because the distance wasn't saving me.
Yeah, I'm fishing for my petrify. Back off.
We flee.
She's in paladin mode.
Yeah.
She's weak to airts in this mode, by the way.
Ow. No, thank you. Ow. Ow. My
I was
face.
holding up for a reason.
Weak to ARs, but not staggered by them.
Ow.
Got those purple flames that pop up every once in a while scare the shit out of me.
She just in the middle of being comboed turned and ended my life.
Thank you. She was gonna come and kill me.
I also thought you weren't using a max, so.
Yeah, I just the reason I popped that was just to get a bunch of holy land spam off to get her frozen in place.
Oh, side dodging that is not the move.
Just when she's doing this, I can get in some easy damage with incineration waves.
Thunderblade, that's a new one.
Yeah.
Gushing
What?
water.
Who'd she hit? Oh, that slows you. I'm not down.
You look like someone who's alive.
Exactly. But Jesse was going to die if he didn't.
Life ends.
He's going to die
We
immediately.
could have grape gelled them, which is to the same effect.
He was also
Jesse,
slow.
get back up.
Oh, yeah, that's different.
Oh, I survived
Yeah,
it.
Yeah, he was
Uh-oh.
pop your Excel if you need to.
It wouldn't have given me
Not
enough
you,
health to survive.
It gives
Wait,
you
I'm not
iPhone.
alive. It's Nox alive.
Oh, it just killed me in the middle of a dodge. Sag. Did not iframe properly.
No, stop.
My iframes were not good enough.
I'm alive technically.
I cannot heal you, Matt.
Yeah.
I would be able to fix that problem if I wasn't getting chased. Solved.
Yeah. I was gonna say I can't heal Daniel, but then he died. Now I can heal him.
She just... Apparently that attack clips behind her too.
Yeah, all of her attacks in this mode hit behind her except for from the blast.
What?
Yeah, except for that move.
Oh, got a stagger.
Once again, Culling Flare saves the day.
Wait, can I cure that? Yep, you're good. Oh, fuck. Oh, that hurt kills, by the way, if you survive it. This is an FYI.
I don't think you surviving it's super likely, but good to know anyway. Ow.
I'm sorry. I'm bad at things. Robert is up. Get Daniel.
Yeah,
up.
just get Daniel.
The regen though.
Through it! I regen through it!
Ow. The purple flames insta-kill. Ouchies.
Stagger is so brief on that.
I don't want her to get closer to me.
What I was gonna do is I was gonna chain that into my Sword Rain Alpha to keep her staggered.
Ouchies.
Look over here at me. I am very distracting. Pay no attention to the healer.
Pay no attention to other things.
It's okay, if I was
It may have saved your life.
I would never have been able to. Oh god.
What?
That's a cool thing.
Okay, for the record, it is player one that has to do it.
Yeah.
Damn, that sucks.
Also, by the way,
Oh, there are ads now!
There
Was he
sure
shooting
are.
Okay, they're not.
they're very
no,
low HP. Kill them immediately. Pop your Excel if you have to get HP.
Yeah.
I'm about to die. Yeah.
I wish I had known that you were about to get hit, or else I would have rejuvenated.
Actually, no. What am I doing?
I wish you hadn't seen me like that.
I am poisoned.
I'm petrified. Dang it.
Get formed. Humanity must end.
Ow.
I'm about to die.
Yeah, you are.
Life
Actually, no. You got it.
Oh wait,
Go ahead.
I am attempting, but I am mashing my. Do not make me use an item right
I'm
now.
using it, not you.
No, you are making Sophie use it.
No, I wasn't. It was
You
Asbel.
were.
No, it wasn't. That's just what the lag made it look like, guys.
I mean, I have to trust my own eyes. I don't.
Let's
An error
see.
here.
Either way, we're probably gonna do the
Robert
same
Carver
effect.
I'm gonna
Like,
go Richard because he's not in the direction that was about to get hit by that.
Yeah, she immediately turned around and then just like,
Humanity must
Well, I mean, she turned around because I died.
This isn't going to immediately be used.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Thunderblade! Sorry
I
about
wish you hadn't seen me
That
like
was some faith you had there. I'm not sure it was warranted, but you sure had it.
I'm
Ow.
gonna let you know right now, Daniel, there was no faith in that action. That was just me accepting what I thought was fate.
Ouchies. What's her HP? Okay. Very close.
What's her HP? Not 0. I'm going to keep healing.
I have something cheeky.
Matt's about to get up. Robert's the one down.
I failed everyone. Sorry about that.
Oh, and that does apparently.
We can get her to stagger so we can Mystic Art. There we go.
I ain't getting closer.
Thank you,
to that.
Pulling Flare.
Not that class.
This cannot.
Oh, of course Richard's down, so he doesn't get the bonus.
Also, for the record, the thing I was trying to do, when she casts Duel the Soul, the Mystic Art, there's a specific button combination you can do to fire the Mystic Art back at her and instant kill her.
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
So
That's why it didn't pop during an Elf break.
basically her normal Mystic Art is Aquarius Sphere, but when she casts Duel the Soul, if you do left control stick to the left and then circle, it changes it to Aquarius Sphere. You hold X during that to get Prism Stars, hold triangle during that to get Shining Gate, hold triangle and circle to get Nova Explosion, then hold square X and circle to get Maxwell Minimus, and then square, triangle, X, and circle to get Dimensional Material to cast Blue Earth and instant kill the final boss.
And fucking excuse me?
Yep.
Somebody figured that out.
You can Konami code the final boss?
Yep,
Yes.
and it also doubles all the yields from the final boss and has an item drop.
What?
Yep.
Okay.
But you say it's player 1 that has to do it?
Yep, I
Yeah.
tried the button combination, but it didn't respond at all to me.
I must keep Vodra safe. I must.
And that's
I'm
what we were
almost
talking about.
certain that someone data mined that. There's no way they found that out through trial and error.
Lambda, now!
Ah, I see Asbel as the final boss.
Why do you think we need Mecha Asbel? It's the replacement.
Also, aren't we just entirely like proving the Little Queen's entire point of these?
Yep.
Yeah, pretty
exactly.
much.
That's the thing, is that in
Well-
order to like stop her, you have to prove it to her that she's right.
I mean, the whole like moral of this whole story, if there is one, is that violence leads to more violence.
Where are we?
Yeah. Violence
Like-
begets violence.
Also, if you have the final violence, you have the final win. So you have the violence until you violence them all out.
Yeah.
Like that. Like that's the whole. That's the whole thing about all of Richard's actions is like.
Asbel?
No.
No, I am Lambda.
Where's Asbel?
Sleep.
At ease, Protos Haste. No need to rush to conclusions. He is still alive.
For now.
As long as you do what I say.
Unfortunately, even with my ability, I was unable to absorb all of Fodra.
Final boss round 2.
Okay, Asbel's gonna
However, it did
absorb
not
the other
end
half,
in
and his
failure.
other eye is gonna have
I
the
was
Little
able
Queen
to
in it.
capture her heart.
So it's gonna
a
have Little
part of
Queen
her
and Lambda
overrun by
constantly
hate.
yelling in his head at each other.
The
So-
core should now return to normal, and in time regain.
So
its
Lambda
composure.
romanced the Little Queen? Is that what I'm hearing?
Considering the way
Yeah,
things
didn't
ended,
you know that
it
from
may
our
have
perspective,
been
we're playing a
Fodra's
JRPG.
own
From
will
Lambda's
to
perspective, he's
protect
playing a
what
dating
precious
sim.
life remains here.
And he got the final waifu.
Yeah.
For now, I think it's best if I try to speak with her.
Who?
With the heart of Fodra. Her animosity continues to swirl within me.
There's no way that could ever turn into anything
I
bad.
hope to understand her hatred, to melt it away, and eventually change it into trust. Who knows how long it
So
will
basically, we're
take.
Russian dolling this.
This could last a century or two.
Matryoshkaing it.
But we have the luxury of time.
That's so long. Does that mean that you will be alone all that time?
No, I'll have Asbel with
I
me.
no longer consider myself alone in this world. Not with a friend who can live forever.
And everyone just looks at Sophie, and Sophie's like, bold of you to assume I'm your friend after all that.
Watch over me as time goes by, Protos Haste. Please, watch over my progress. I will start dreaming together with Fodra.
And if they ever get bored, Sophie can always make a
I
suicide
hope
pact
that
with that ability
eventually
she's
we
never
may
used.
form a kind of common understanding. Just as this man did for me. When we finally wake up, I think I would like to accompany her on a long journey and see the world.
It would actually be
Now
kind
the
of
time has come.
say it after this.
I shall return Asbel to you.
Your inventory has been minus 1 lambda.
Your inventory is -1 Richard, is what I'm hearing after all of this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the party.
I mean, what is a party except an extension of the inventory?
You know what? You're right.
It's just we can equip more party members. I'm sorry, Asbel, but you can no longer excel.
Lambda. He said he was going to dream with Fodra.
Yeah,
Oh, but the eyes.
that's
don't
what I
work.
heard.
Asbel, are you okay?
No, I'm Asbel.
I think so.
Could you imagine if they faded to black off a dad joke?
Why are you crying?
From this point on, I must fight
You.
alone
Literally a tank just
by myself
tanking off of her.
against the humans.
She is the party
They
tank.
will destroy us.
You. Burns hand.
You don't have to fight anymore. Everyone here understands just how you feel.
And we'll use it
Believe me, your dream will live on.
Live on.
It will be treasured and passed down among their children.
Thank you, Karthus.
Come with me and we can watch over them. You and I together.
Don't you mean Shen?
Together.
What?
Lambda's has the same voice actor as Shen.
Oh,
I
Huh.
think
yeah, I can hear that.
it's time now. Will you take what's
Does Sophie get a new
Left
eye
with me.
too now?
with you? Please take my feelings and my hopes for this world.
No.
Election successful.
Nah.
Let it know
Immolation successful.
how I felt.
I really hope Sophie gets a new
Little.
eye with a new PNG.
Queen.
Co-option.
Co-op.
She's
Being
dead.
co-opted.
Give her a little queen costume. Oh, hey. She tall.
Sophie,
You can cry.
You're crying.
The little queen gave me all of her tears.
I'm actually kind of.
What a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like, you know what? Here you go. Here's all my sadness
when Fodra is
forever.
green once again, let's come back to see it.
Anyway, that's the version of Sophie we see in the first epilogue anyway.
Again.
Yep.
So that's their explanation for how Sophie grows taller.
Also, you remember the very first part of the intro for Tales of Graces,
Let's
right?
go home.
Yeah.
To a
They fucking
family.
spoil the whole game.
Bruh.
Yeah, they do.
Bruh.
I'm not even joking.
I mean,
Yeah.
I literally don't remember it, but bruh.
It's just
Yeah,
spoilers
which is why
without
we skipped
context.
it. Because it's a spoiler.
Fair.
It's spoilers without context, but it is still technically a spoiler.
Pascal,
Well,
are you
basically,
sure you wanna be dropped
that's
off
what
here?
the cover of every Final Fantasy
yeah.
game is.
I
True.
want some time to take a look
It's
around
spoilers
the city.
without context.
You're going to investigate and see how the new Valkanist system is working. Is that correct?
And he's gonna watch the
I
safety
mean,
goggles.
It would be totally irresponsible
Yeah,
not to
'cause he-
follow up.
I forgot we had those on.
No.
I took it for granted.
As soon as Robert
Pascal
said
is
safety goggles, I
really amazing.
imagined Malik being the
That's
OSHA
right, and don't
supervisor
you
of
forget it.
Velanik.
Keep those compliments coming. Aren't you forgetting something, little sister? Huh?
No.
No, nothing has been forgotten.
Maria, you came to see me.
Stop.
See you? Yeah, right. I could smell you from a mile away. How
Oh
many
God,
days
that's
has it been
horrifying.
since your last bath?
Oh god, I don't know what's worse, the fact
I
that
kinda
Pascal
forgot.
hasn't bathed in a while, or the fact that we're all
No,
nose
you're
blind to it.
I don't to look after you anymore.
Also, Fourier is
Anyone want
way
to take a
stronger
stray
than she
cat off
looks.
my hands? Hey, let me go!
And
Frank's
here's,
character.
Sorry, but
Let's say,
I
and
am
here's
more
where
of a
Hubert
dog
steps
person,
in.
Actually.
oh, she looks directly at Hubert. Never mind.
Better scrub her down, just like you would a stray cat.
Did she just hand her sister to Hubert and tell him to
Yes.
strip her?
Yes.
No! No! No!
Bonk.
Yes! What
You
a
don't need my
Chad!
help to take a bath.
Jeez, little bro, you're scarier than Fourier.
Stop calling me that. My name is Hubert. Can't you remember that?
Oh, she remembers perfectly well, and that
Okay.
makes it worse.
Hey, I know, I'll call you Hugh.
Finally,
Hugh?
at the end of the game.
Okay, guys, I gotta run. See you later, Hugh.
This is goodbye from me, too.
It's under safety
Thank you for
goggles.
everything, Captain Malik.
OSHA
You
approved.
too, Pascal.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye forever.
Until then.
I can't believe the party is now only those 5.
Bye, guys. See you around.
Fourier's like, no, I did not sign up for this.
It takes a lot of energy to tame a stray cat. So hang in there.
Did he just hand him a fish?
No, communicator.
Oh, okay. It looked like just.
Also-
I like how they animated the glasses thing on all of his
See
skins.
you around.
Yeah, that's a nice touch.
Mm-hmm.
And now, is he waving at Pascal or at Malik there?
Yes.
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 Waving at Pascal, he's shy. Waving at Malik, just like, ha ha, oh no.
Don't forget to swing by Lant. Mom would love to see you.
Nah.
Don't worry. Besides, I'm sure I'll be back for your wedding. What? Don't tell me that. You still haven't talked to the poor girl. Like you're one to talk. At least I tried to talk to her. She just didn't really get what I said.
Also
There's no
true.
Different.
No, actually, it's a big difference.
Yeah.
One of them takes courage.
Hubert was pretty clear. Pascal's just amazingly dense. Like,
Pascal has a lead
Those
skeleton.
two are so much alike, in the strangest of ways.
How are they alike?
Nothing gets in.
I'll tell you later.
Don't worry, you'll understand someday.
It's okay, Sophie. You'll understand when you're older.
Sharia,
She is older.
Yes?
your relief
he's older than
work has
everyone
been
else in the
invaluable
room
to us. However,
by a significant margin.
I wouldn't want you to lose sight of your own happiness. It would be most tragic if an angel of joy, such as yourself, decided to abandon her own contentment.
What's with this tone of voice that they went with there?
Maybe don't try and push her closer to Asbel
besides,
and put on
your
the
happiness
sultry smolder, my
Sophie
guy.
and Asbel's happiness as well.
Like,
Oh.
Oh,
Thank you, Richard.
like,
I
you
too
trying-
want to be
You're
Empress.
right, if I were gone and left you behind. I don't know. You kind of sound like a sore loser. Tell her how you feel. If you don't want to end up being a total loser.
Are they both actually have that difference of a skin tone, or is that just the Asbel?
That's the Asbel skin.
Okay, I thought
think that's
so.
my cue to
Yeah.
leave.
Because there's no way, I don't think there's any way that
Bye-bye,
Hubert has
Hubert.
that light of skin in comparison to Asbel living out here.
most of the, at least all of the male swimsuits have
Thank
goodness
goodness
tan.
you're
a
safe,
tan,
my
yeah.
lord.
I apologize for making you worry.
I think the female ones are still pale because beauty standards in Japan or something like that. But
Probably. Would not surprise me.
This latest excursion reminded me all the more of how precious peace is.
to that end, I'll be
I want
conquering
to
the
build
world.
a future for Windor.
If there's
For
only
Ophidia
one ruler,
and
there
for
can't be
Fodra.
dispute.
All united.
There is
No
more, than
more
enough
war.
prosperity to
War
go
to
around
end all
now.
wars.
But I still have much to learn before I make that dream a reality. When peace is restored, I'd like to see more of the world.
We saw like
Asbel, Sophie,
When,
that time
where
comes,
didn't we
will
see
you accompany
Richard?
me on that
I mean, I'm
journey?
assuming that there's more continents than
Of
just what's
course.
on our map.
Sure. You
I
know
would
it.
hope so.
Otherwise, it's a very
Whenever you're
small
ready.
planet.
We can
Yeah.
all meet once again at Lawn Hill.
Just,
Okay.
make it quick, Richard. They might have some little ones to look after soon,
Hey,
Makes
Alright,
traveling-
more,
must be off.
more gardeners for the hill.
Thank you.
Makes
Yeah.
traveling more difficult.
I swear to God, I will turn this interplanetary ship around.
Well, I suppose I should get back to my relief work.
What did Richard
Ugh.
just tell you?
Yeah, right. Good luck out there.
Asbel.
What did Hubert just tell you?
Well,
They're bad
Bye.
at this.
So Sophie's just looking on at the situation going like, what, this doesn't...
Asbel,
I was just kind of
What
waiting
about
for
your
Sophie to
promise?
push Asbel forward and he was gonna fall into Sharia.
Sharia. I know I'm always really bad with words, but please, if it's okay with you, I want you to come live with me.
It's a weird cut to the clouds there,
I
but
know
okay.
you have a lot of things to do. So, I won't ask you to come back immediately. I'll be the one, waiting for you to come back home this time. Sophie and I will wait, for as long as it takes. Alright?
I mean, Sophie's also a healer, so she could go with
Asbel.
her. Make
Details.
the relief the relief work go faster. Make her come home faster.
Sharia, last night, I had the strangest dream.
That also
I
implies
was
that Sophie
playing with a
sleeps.
child that looked a lot like both of you. And after a while, I finally figured out who he was. He was you and Asbel's great-great-grandson.
What?
What the fuck?
Wait, what? Hold
That's
up.
weirdly specific.
Why
Tell me,
great
Sophie,
great?
Would you be happy if that dream came true?
That also implies some
Very
serious
true.
inbreeding because there's no genetic diversity introduced into that line.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just
do you
might.
know how many anime
be
pro
so
tags are
happy.
out there?
If
There aren't
It's
very
that-
many.
That's true. Have you seen the rest of the people in this world? They aren't
Actually,
like, super
Actually, no, wait a
stand
second, wait a second. Hold on. That's a good point because in reality, all of the ones who weren't protagonists would have been killed by the Nova monsters, but the world was held together somehow.
Asbel,
Yeah?
when I come home,
Yeah, actually, you might be right.
I'm gonna make you all of your favorite foods, but only
All one of
if you
them.
promise to heat
All
everything
curry.
up.
All day.
all different types of curry.
No,
Heck yeah.
it has to be the
Crablets.
one
Crablet
specific-
curry.
Oh god,
Oil.
crab
Crablet
omelet curry.
Honestly, I think you could make it work if you tried hard enough.
I think
if
so
you
too.
tried hard enough, you can make anything work. It's just how far have you deviated from the intended initial results.
And their happy love triangle was happy forevermore.
Daniel,
Also, I
that's
do-
not a love triangle.
So I do think it's really funny how Sophie has become the most expressive NPC or NPC. Wait, what the fuck? No.
NPC.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not part of the main party. It's just an NPC.
Yeah, well, yeah. Now that she's grown up, she's no longer her original character, and she's not playable in this form. She's an NPC.
True.
I didn't even realize that Sophie and Poisson shared a voice actor.
They did. No, I
Yeah.
didn't even notice
Yeah.
them reading the titles here.
Anyway,
Who shared a voice actor?
Sophie and
Poisson and Sophie.
Pascal and Sophie?
Poisson.
Poisson.
What's on? You guys are getting cut out. That's what's going on.
Ah,
Fish Lady and Sophie.
the
Make sure not to
fish.
skip the Endwalker credits. There's a scene at the end.
Oh, it's a Marvel movie? I didn't know.
Actually, I don't know if there is on this one, but like, I know there is on the Endwalker.
Well, the nice thing about the Endwalker credits is, and also this true of every Final Fantasy 14 set of credits has a scene after. If you skip it, it starts at the scene.
Well, that's convenient.
Yeah. If you skip the credits, it just jumps to the scene if there is one. And I think there is one on every single time they roll credits, I want to say.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm not like 100% certain of that, but I'm pretty sure that every time.
God damn it. Wait, do we only get this scene if we do that side quest?
I don't know, but Malik's got groupies.
Yeah. No!
Cat face.
I mean, I don't see Hubert there, so like not accurate
Also-
to
Also confirm that Fourier doesn't actually have giant wrists and arms. You know, it's just the gloves.
We can't see her wrists, for the record.
true. But she doesn't have giant arms at least. That's
Yeah.
the gloves.
Also, I'm really surprised.
More
in that-
groupies.
Hey, look, Malik has more groupies.
I'm really surprised in that Pascal scene there that Poisson hasn't already hit her over the head with the hammer and she's got the weird anime bump.
Fair.
Out
What's
shopping.
what's that jar of beans that Asbel has in the back?
Those are gels.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're going shopping, and oh, look at those two in the background. They knew it was coming. They were deluding themselves.
No, Bailey knew it was coming.
Anyone with eyes who saw Asbel and Sharia interact knew it was coming.
Very surprised that she completely ditched the pigtails forever.
He could have been holding out hope beyond hope that Asbel stayed like completely
Dense.
oblivious forever.
Yeah, that he stayed as the main character.
Yeah. It wasn't until it was literally out of our control that Asbel finally realized.
Took long enough.
Yeah.
Frickin' tree, bro.
I now pronounce you.
I now pronounce you friends for life.
Husband, wife, husband.
No, husband, wife, husbando.
No. What are you talking about? This polygamy relationship is working out, obviously. Now we just need second wife in here.
Yeah,
And third-
Sharia's lesser wife, only married to Asbel.
Yeah, because in a polygamy relationship, it doesn't have to all be connected.
Yeah?
I promise. I'll watch over this world forever.
And watch everyone I love die over and over and over again.
But not the same person more than once most of the
Oh,
time.
now we get animated.
Hopefully.
Oh, it's this
Now
scene
we get-
again.
Now we get Ghibli'd.
Once there was a young boy who discovered a lost seed.
Is this literally just the exact same thing?
And he took
Probably.
every day.
But another question, is this the great-great-grandson?
Yes.
Over time,
Damn.
the
Possibly.
lost seed grew up and blossomed into a beautiful flower. What do you think happened to the seed after that?
Also, the Sharian
Turned
reference
into
to
a
the
bright,
pin on his
shining
shoulder.
star
Or on
that
his
watched
chest.
over everyone.
Yeah.
This was its way
And the
of
Asbel
thanking
collar.
the boy who had been
Yeah.
so very kind to it. Which
Also, it
star
couldn't have been
was
that
it?
long. The tree hasn't grown any.
Well, it's the one
Unless that's
we
a very
all know
dead
best.
tree.
Our favorite star of all.
Yeah, it's just, casually the zone cage.
I like
Wait,
to
is
think
the
that
zo-
Sophie still has Bryce's claws equipped sometimes.
Wait, is the zone cage the thing that's orbiting Infinia?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Also, I'd like to imagine that if a monster gets too close, Sophie just pulls out a fucking gun and shoots it in the face.
With shot staff blast.
Yeah. Shot staff blast.
Let's see. Should I save this in a separate file?
Sure, why not?
It's
That way you get-
irrelevant. The game is over.
Game is not over. We have to New Game Plus this.
We've
Ready for
won.
another 148 hours? Let's fucking
That's
go!
adorable that you think that we've beaten the zone cage already, Smile.
Did that achievement say Lambda and Logistics?
No, Legacy and Lineage.
Oh.
Yeah. Legacies and Legacies and Lineage and Legacies, one of the two. Why is there a
Terrible.
skit?
You'll see.
Oh, it's a message from Poisson.
It must be important if she reached you all the way down here.
Let me see. Boop, boop, beep, boop, 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 boop. And I was wrong. It's from Fourier.
Anything about Lambda?
Oh, is this going to be
Nope, wrong again.
Zone Cage?
Apparently, Frederick's been borrowing her lab comp machine since forever, and it sounds like she wants it back.
Come on, we're busy. Have her get it herself.
She says she's busy
I
in
love
her
the
lab.
inflection on that.
Also, we can get to Lant much faster in the shuttle.
Sounds like we don't have a choice. Let's go
It's a
find
little
Frederick
sad
and
that
take it
we
back.
can get to launch faster
insist.
in the shuttle going interplanetary than Fourier with teleporter technology.
We aren't interplanetary, we're just in the core.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We're not on.
We're
Photo.
interplanetary, not interplanetary.
So
I do not remember which warp is
On the left.
I think.
Left.
Yeah. Okay.
left.
Like sitting there going like I do not. It's been too long.
Also,
It's okay,
in your
if you go
brain,
to the wrong-
undo all the character development that happened in the entire last arc.
Yep.
Because it didn't happen.
Hey, what do you mean last arc? All that happened was we slept, took a weird nap, and we leveled up a bunch.
F in the chat for my boy.
Yup.
Now we can
What-
only put on his skin.
What do you mean a seventh party member? There's always only been 6 of us.
Also,
Who's
I
Ren?
wonder what costume he'll actually have on. Probably default.
probably default. Yeah, I was gonna say.
We accidentally put a watermelon on his head.
Oh, that'd be horrible.
Isn't default what I had him in anyway?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he had last. Okay, cool. All
Yeah,
right,
it's default.
good.
I think it's really funny we get to keep the stamps, so they're giving us credit for purchases we
Yes. Will
canonically
make.
haven't made
They're
yet.
purchases we will make. We
Yeah.
we guarantee it. With these materials that we haven't farmed yet.
Did we do
Yep.
all this on Chris?
The interesting stuff is that we take items into the past.
Yeah, where'd those
Indeed.
weapons come from?
What's Excel?
Yeah, what's an Excel? Dude, why is your eye purple, Asbel?
Hey Daniel, so let's go get that thing from Frederick.
No, you want to know what would be really terrifying? Is by the way, who outside of our own party here understands who and what Lambda is?
Also, look at Asbel's PNG.
Also, there's a cat following you.
Also, yeah, Asbel doesn't have the glow AI.
But
There's
now
a
when
cat
he uses
following.
the Excel, what's gonna happen?
You and me, Lambda.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if anyone outside of our own party
Welcome home,
understands
Lord
what's going on with Lambda,
Frederick,
they might be pretty
perfect
freaked out
timing.
when we say, "You and me,
Sister
Lambda."
leave a machine called a lap comp with you? Cause I think she wants it back.
Yes, your sister was kind enough to let me borrow it. I will bring it down right away.
Uh-oh.
Please just wait there.
He's got to erase his search history first. He's been searching for wedding dresses for Sharia.
He doesn't understand how to use a private browser.
Pascal, what's a lap comp? Some sort of gizmo my sister cooked up. I don't know what it does.
It's odd to think that Frederick would need to borrow a machine from Fourier.
It's odd to think Frederick knows Fourier.
That's what I was thinking.
I mean, technically speaking, she
What is
did
it, Sophie?
save Lon
Do you know something?
from the Nova monsters by bringing her
Oh,
own
look,
swarm.
It's the sky.
That's fair, but
The sky?
Speaking of swarm,
well,
What the hell?
Whom's?
Those people just fell out of the sky. We have to help them.
ignore the
Oh
fact
my
that they
gosh,
look like
they're humanoids. I gotta
yeah.
check this out.
we're about to have to fight. I feel like we're about to have to fight. These people
I'm gonna pick
don't
up
seem
my-
friendly to me.
I'm picking up my controller.
Yeah, you might want to get to your controller, by the way.
Everyone, get back!
Run for your lives!
We have to stop those things before they hurt someone.
I'm trembling.
How high are their stats is the real question.
I am playing Sophie.
So you are. I didn't realize that it swapped around our party. But it sure did.
It reordered our party in the order that we got them as party members.
Anyway, they're not too strong.
Alright, I get to learn how to play
Except for
Hubert.
group resonance.
Oh!
Matching X is a viable Hubert strategy.
What do you think I'm already doing? Oh god, they do a lot of damage. I'm dead.
Yep, that's what it looks like when you play Hubert.
And the funny part is, none of those were crits.
At least one of them was. You got stunned.
I didn't notice what I did.
Yeah, you got stunned initially, so
Okay, what button is my
up, down.
Incineration!
Yeah.
Can't be happening!
Which one are you resing?
Malik?
I won't disgrace myself again. This may sting!
These guys just don't stagger.
Yeah, it's because they have group
I
resonance.
am currently staggering them.
The blue-haired one is the one that doesn't. It had group resonance, so it was just extremely stagger resistant until the pink-haired ones were dead. Now it'll stagger.
You're gone! Great work, Captain.
You're not doing so bad there yourself, Asbel.
Yeah.
Those were the same type of humanoids we saw on Fodra.
Is it possible they fell all that way?
They fell up.
Considering the mass of the planet and the gravitational constant, yeah, I think that's pretty much impossible.
So where did they come from? What? What do you see? No way.
Camera, can you please turn? Come on.
Grandpa!
Lord Asbel! Sharia! Help me!
The fuck?
Stop clowning around, Frederick.
Be serious. We're gonna get you down, Frederick. Just hold on.
Hey,
He can
check
fly?
out that thing he's holding. It must be the lap comp my sister was talking about. Hey, throw me the lap comp!
I cannot! Oh dear me! Oh my stars and garters!
Boo! Come on, just give it back already!
Come on, guys. Let's get to the roof and see if we can help.
Oh no!
Too late! I think I'm going to... Lord Asbel!
Bruh.
Same.
Frederick!
I can't believe Frederick has died of asphyxiation in the vacuum
I don't
space.
understand. What could have pulled him into the sky?
It must be Fosalos.
The big ring that surrounds Aphinia.
But why? And more importantly, how do we get there?
Why
have a
not just
shuttle.
take the shuttle?
Thank you.
Let's get going.
Lap comp,
Remember when there
here
had to
we
be this
come.
whole big thing for us to break the watering and...
Well, we've already got it set up, Daniel. It's not like it's
Yeah,
changing.
Hold on,
well, the thing
Grandpa.
with was that the shuttle needed to be repaired, which is why it was such a big deal, I thought.
By the way, before we go to the zone cage, go to Tellus As2. Let's see how expensive those Aleph mods are.
Yeah. It shows we totally could have just bought those before we...
Well,
Oh,
they
well.
only you can only
We
get
could-
500, I thought.
We tried to talk to it before.
Oh yeah, that's
Imperial.
right. This elevator not the right one?
No,
Oh, I just have to
you need
interact
to
there.
actually walk over to
Matter.
it.
Is it 2F or B1?
2F.
I think it's 2F. I'm not 100% on this though.
Okay, so if you're
In the
wrong, I'm
library.
blaming you for being
No, blame
uncertain.
It's like in the library-ish area.
The right
But
one,
if we're right,
Anyway, there you go.
What? What?
Work of
They
a
get more
fiend.
and more expensive.
yeah.
I think we can afford all of them.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
we can barely.
No.
Oh, barely
Uh,
can't.
What the
Actually, no. Let's sell some of
fuck?
those cash items. Sell
Yeah,
some of those cash
actually.
items.
Yeah.
So why the hell did it jump from 81,000 to 200?
It's
Oh, no.
tripling every time.
Oh,
Yeah, it's tripling every time, and that wasn't 81,000. That was 810,000.
Okay. I'm right.
Remember, we're in the millions.
Yeah.
I don't think there was one for Richard.
No,
there
there
was
wasn't.
not, because you can't buy it in Future Arc.
Yeah, we checked.
Okay, so any things that are worth selling that we have more than one of. Extra fireproof
There's another one
cloth,
above.
extra ashen ring.
It's not an Elden Ring.
One of those.
Also, if we find the Richard figure, we can sell that one, no problem.
I don't think we can sell those.
Why wouldn't we be able to?
Because I think they might be key items.
Yeah.
No. We did.
Kaiser rapiers.
Lots of Kaiser rapiers.
No, keep one.
No,
What's
You
that?
did. Oh, you did not.
we don't need weapons.
But what if we need to equip?
Meanwhile, 5
To
poison
equip
charms.
Richard.
We have enough money. We're
Yeah,
fine.
we do have enough money now. We're just gonna be
Yeah.
broke as fuck.
Just-
Yeah.
It's okay. Now we just need to have enough money for Richard.
I'd also like to look at people's stats to see if who makes the best Richard clone that isn't being used.
Unironically, it might be Pascal, depending on how much you BR.
Oops. Wrong person.
Role play.
Wait, why was Richard lit up?
It's because we have a
you
gold
have a golden
Oh,
figure.
yeah, but no one needs it.
Yeah.
So what are we buying anyway?
A title.
Titles.
Okay.
Like for example, here's it reduces stun time by 25% if you have it, and it gives Exceed on Asbel. It gives Holy.
Absorb Blessing and Holy. Nope. X Curse and Disruption.
Yep. And
We already
Hubert
got it on
already has
Hubert.
his because he's the one we got first.
Infernal Prison, Grim Sylphie.
And another Exceed.
Exceed, 1 minute heal.
Yeah. Also, you might want to, you know, anybody that's put on manual.
Well,
so-
I
Change it to until mastered on anybody who's
Manual for a while until.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That works.
All right. And then I want to look at stats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he's gonna.
Okay, so Asbel and Sophie are in use. Also, I
Any
wonder-
other character is a candidate, technically speaking.
Daniel. I'm player 2. Thank you.
Okay, so Hubert. These are Hubert's stats. Probably not.
I mean, look at that physical attack,
Have you
though.
broken 1,000 accuracy? That's surprising.
Here's this. And then here's Sharia. For if you want your stats to just be bad.
Okay, so really it's a choice between Hubert or Pascal is what it boils down to.
Yeah. Do you want Kriya's attack or physical attack?
Actually, I think the real caveat is I want accuracy. I think I'm gonna be Hubert.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
There we
I
go.
There you
would've
go.
felt bad if that costume wasn't there.
Uh-oh. All right.
I think the
Hold on.
interesting thing is, aside from not being able to farm the stuff to make more golden figures, you can just get golden figures now.
It's because you can, like, you know, elf mix with them.
Yeah.
So technically speaking, you still can farm them.
Anyway, so there's
That's
that done. Now we need to. Where do we need to go for this actually?
Zone cage.
Oh,
It's really on your map.
I forgot that we can just do that.
Well, it's
Yeah.
specifically said.
It's called Phostelos. Around our Affinia, it's a zone cage, which you can see from a Fodra.
Robert, you're doing
Also-
your mic is doing the
place?
crackling thing.
Is it?
Interesting.
Why are we going
It was
through
for
there?
something.
It is now no longer.
Hold on.
I think it's just Jesse because he's got a constant green circle around himself.
Well, that's just my microphone.
Yeah. The crackling was from you, Robert, because it was only while you were talking, and then it stopped after. Like, it was for, like, one sentence while you were talking, there was crackling. It's
Yeah.
gone now.
We should think this through.
Pascal, being a stray cat.
Oh, nuts. Nothing. Maybe I
Is
was
Stray
wrong.
Cat a JoJo reference?
Asbel, what's this?
Cat plant.
I'm not sure.
Let
Kaplan.
me take a look. I'm not sure either. Pascal, may we borrow you for a moment?
What?
No.
Pascal?
She has been mind controlled.
What is it, Pascal? Say something.
Timmy's in the well.
What's going on?
So you have come this far.
Oh, fuck.
Don't know how right you are, Daniel.
She didn't interact with the term. She's not controlling the terminal is controlling her.
Ah! Sophie, get back!
This facility is called the Zone Cage. It was constructed by the Amarcians.
The zone cage?
I am speaking to you through Pascal's communicator.
You're
Called
speaking
her
to
mouth.
yeah.
I hacked into it with the Lapcom.
Who are you? And what have you done with Pascal?
I am Frederick.
Whoa.
What? That's impossible. I told you. I hacked into.
I don't care if you're hacking or packing or what. Let her go this instant.
Where are you? Show yourself. You have no right to impersonate Frederick.
amazing if this wasn't an impersonation.
Hey guys, hold on
Frederick
a
was
second.
actually
You said
just
something about the lab comp, right?
Thank you, Lord Asbel.
Very well. We will trust you. For now. Why have you chosen to contact us in this way, Frederick?
Do you see the stand in front of you?
Please place an apple gel there.
Here, Asbel, I have one.
We've
We
got
all have
15. Jaria.
We literally can't hold on to this.
compiler shaders.
Yeah, Asbel has to throw it away and then put one of the ones in his pocket on there. Because he can't hold more.
It opened. I assume we go through here now, Frederick?
Yes. Go through the portal and... Oh no. They have found me. I must hide.
What's wrong, Frederick?
It can't be. No. Stay away from me.
Frederick, what's wrong?
It's fine.
Frederick?
Grandpa! Oh
Is he dead?
Come on, talk to us.
Oh, hey, what?
Is that you, Pascal?
Huh? What do you mean?
Don't you remember?
Remember what? We have no time for this. Let's go save Grandpa.
Right. Let's go.
We can explain to Pascal on the way. Okay, we're just in here now.
So
also look at the enemy strike to the upper right.
I see.
All right.
Go fast. Got it.
Yes. Also the music.
Gotta go fast.
The enemy is now 5% stronger because Daniel's dilly dallied. Let's fucking go!
I was searching for treasure. Excuse
Kill.
you.
Kill.
Push button.
Compiling shaders.
Ready ribbon.
Yeah.
Kill.
My god, was those stats.
Okay.
As
I like the question marks.
Richard.
Robert might want to change it.
Also-
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I will as soon as they're done messing around the menu.
We didn't change cost. Oh, yeah, we did.
Yeah.
It double tap because lag.
You just have to trust that the button will work, even when it won't half the time.
So how's it gonna feel to play side by side with Richard?
Yeah, it's gonna be a new feeling. Definitely haven't done this before.
I'm changing antidote to antidote.
Yo.
Go!
This was lightning blast. This one I believe was Shade Imperial.
Also, I like the uses on Vengeance Fangs. That's what I used to farm the weaknesses on Richard, because everything in Lawn Hill is weak to that.
Also, Vengeance Fangs, I used it a lot because it's just a really strong spell.
Yeah.
It's just.
It's also pretty fast.
Now the real achievement here though is the number of uses on shooting stars.
Yeah.
You see how long a cast it is? Yeah.
Less even.
Oh, they have high defenses. Jesus.
Yeah, they do.
Ow.
Welcome to Chaos Zone Cage, by the way.
Ow.
These are also stronger than because they have the like strength up.
Wait, is it 138% bonus, or is it just a...
38%.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to make sure they weren't already starting out at double strength.
Let's begin. Calamity Rondo.
Okay, we got rid of one of them, and...
Oh my god, Calamity Rondo only did 1,700 damage.
I'm in a bind here.
We're gonna start fishing for one-hit kills, because these boys are tanky. These are some tanky children. Or childlike things.
Yeah, I literally just noticed that we're fighting their child version. I wasn't paying attention to their models.
Wait a second, that's interesting.
This is
No.
what happens
All
when
right,
you
fair
misjudge
enough.
your foe.
I think
They
that
give no
this
money.
Richard, I think that this Richard actually has different voice lines than the other Richard.
Maybe.
Also, here you go. This might be important.
Huh, okay. So we defeat enemies to weaken it. Got it.
Yeah. So basically, fight.
Percentage goes down when we stab enemy.
Focus. This will be tight.
Okay, well there was a lot. Yes, the PNG.
It's old PNG.
What are you talking about? It's clearly new. It's not the one that we've been seeing. See? New PNG. It's not the one that we've been seeing for the past several weeks of gameplay.
Roar like the wind shining blade. Vertex Rose. It's over. Shining blade of triumph.
The guard. I think it died to that, so we can't get the 75.
But I had already built up a combo on that one, so at least it started at a higher number, but it still didn't survive.
Ice pop.
Also, yeah, that percentage is rough because that was only a 10% reduction, and it was still like way easier.
It increases HP and defenses, which means it has a weird impact.
Not to mention the fact that we only have 2 instead of 3.
That too.
Notice we don't have
died.
What do you mean 2 instead of 3?
2 enemies instead of 3 enemies.
What's our motto?
Never give up.
Yeah, this Richard does have different voice lines. He's still supposed to be like pseudo evil Richard from like when you were supposed to have him in this arc.
This should be interesting.
I would love to be able to move, but my Excel wasn't up, so you know.
That was.
Oh, it wasn't.
Let's begin. Calamity Rondo.
You thought to stop us?
Yeah, the first fight is always going to be the roughest because we spawn in at 125%.
Yeah. Can it go below 100? I'm assuming not, because I think it should have.
Also, for the record, it goes up while you're waiting in the menu like that.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was about to say something.
Oh,
yeah.
This should be interesting.
No, Hubert, don't run away from me.
Well, this should be interesting.
Roar like the wind shining blade. Vertex Rose.
Oh.
Lightning blade.
In a second, I want to check.
He says, "Oh!" He's attacked.
We can't steal anything from children. Damn it. Surprised it's not.
What about the other child? What about the rich child? Still no.
No, but they do drop life bottles.
They drop ice pops.
Also, for the record, Richard drops way more money. I like that touch.
Roar like the wind shining blade. Vertex Rose. Lightning blade.
I'm guessing there's not going to be a Sharia type enemy.
It's over.
She can't fight as a child, so
Yeah. She never fought as a child.
He was in your party, but never fought.
Yeah.
she was too frail and sickly.
The fires of hell when he's doing fiery beasts. Damn.
For your lives.
Definitely evil Richard.
I missed this, Richard, honestly. 500.
By the way, Zone Cage has some good drops.
What were those 2 bows that we got, by the way? The ribbon and the other
let's
thing?
see.
They're
Who has
just
the
Sharia
lowest
secondary
physical-
equipment.
Do
But
we
since
want to give it to Sharia, or do we want to give it to
no.
somebody that's
No.
we
like,
don't want to give it to Sharia because we're never going to use Sharia. Because there's no reason to ever use her. She has the lowest
Yeah.
stat total. The only time we would want to use her if she had a specific title that had value.
This should be
Yeah.
This should be interesting.
I'll settle this.
Oh, Rip getting last resorts here.
Vertex Rose.
Hey, Matt, what's that like?
I have no idea.
I mean, if you had mastered all your abilities when the rest of us were, I mean,
Yeah.
you wouldn't be having this problem.
Never.
Shit, he's right.
We can actually get this. Even though it's not the real Richard and he's not even actually here.
Nope.
We can still get it. That's great.
I assume this is the way down to the next floor.
It's randomly generated, by the way.
There's no like full exploration of the zone cage. Every floor is random. So like if you're looking to full explore, that's not a good approach for the zone cage.
I just want to make
Yeah.
sure I get all the loot. And there was another path over here that could have more loot down it.
Yeah.
That's all I care about. There could be more lavender. Let me go mug an enemy real quick.
This will be It's over. Rip to pieces.
I got it off. I'm good.
I'll settle this. Destiny
I got stabbed in the back by Richard, so I couldn't try for it.
Oh, he actually has a different voice line for that too.
Yep.
It says "Witness the Aurora." Like, evil Richard. Damn.
Richard do be evil.
Like,
That's just a true statement.
It'll take more than that to stand in our way.
No, no, it's like the costume thing. They're, you know, whoever's cosplaying as Richard takes on a lot of Richard's current properties, and currently Richard is still possessed by Lambda.
So what's the significance of the big crystal pillar liquid whatever thing that we just did to get a chest? Like, is that
Randomized effect.
I want to say, is that something that just refills, or?
it could also be an enemy.
Oh, okay.
It could also, yeah, it can be a turtles, a chest, or an enemy.
Huh. We just happen to get a chest twice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy RNG and all that.
Ow.
Watch me run with the wind. Arc, shadow moment.
Oh, I'm sorry. Comma drop.
It died. So sad.
Tiny Richard, you're mine. It's okay, Richard. This must be cathartic for you. Kidding, tiny child you.
beating up our own childhoods. Asbel's over here with some pent-up feelings about being too weak, and he's showing it to his child self by beating the crap out of him.
The child Richard was using Sword Rain, and I used Sword Rain Alpha and kicked his ass because my sword's longer.
Also, can we talk about the fact that Frederick survived for any length of time here? Like, Frederick is a lot stronger than one would expect.
I don't think it's so much that he's stronger, it's that he didn't want to be found because he was stealthy. Whereas we're
No, I was about to get a Malik beam.
Malik beam, yeah, I saw that.
Sorry, I didn't catch it. If I'd known Malik beam was on the table.
We still have yet to see the Sophie, whatever.
Yeah.
Forgotten what all the requirements for that are now.
Jesse's dead.
Yeah. I mean, these enemies don't give enough SP, XP to really matter, I think.
Yeah, but it could actually... Like, we're all kind of low. Like, this could actually spiral.
Yeah.
We should, Plus, these enemies drop life bottles anyway, so...
Yeah.
He just broke my guard with a basic child combo. What?
Hubert was the best combo fighter as a child.
I mean, you're not wrong, but like...
And Azrael's literally using Excalibur right now.
Yeah.
That's
No,
true.
I'm fine. Don't worry about me.
He just hasn't unsheathed it yet.
And we don't know if this is pre or post Lambda Richard.
This is post Lambda. Wait, are you talking about the child?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably pre, because that'd be the one that would stick out.
I wonder though, like, because Majestic Gate had an evil variation to its voice line, I wonder if Spiral Ascension does.
Let's find out.
I don't remember what the activation right.
I need an enemy.
I almost said activation right for the Deadly Force thing.
Also, I don't know if there was anything in the corner.
I don't know if there was either. I just wanted to go kill an enemy before it got too much higher over.
I understand.
Burning Phoenix!
Darn it, it died.
So even his Excel has it. So yeah, I'm guessing that the Spiral Ascension has its own line too.
That's a nice attention to detail, though.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, that's really good attention to detail on their
That's
part.
Polish.
Okay.
Nothing in the corner.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't even know that unless you had the doll or you knew Game Plus.
Yeah. Also, I think the each room has a chest, by the way. So
Oh, we can get stamps here for the turtles.
Yeah, and we don't have any time restriction while in the menu, for the record.
This menu.
Damn.
Yeah, this menu
That
specifically.
actually disappoints me a little bit.
We can see what it's like when we actually like exit out of the menu to see. But I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Okay. We don't need anything else.
You ever just needed to buy a rare sword from a turtles just
Yeah,
because you
that-
ran out of rare swords?
Oh, it's the one-use turtle? That's cool.
Yep.
Does the item that summons turtles work while you're in here?
Yep, it's Frederick.
Also, yeah, before you talk to Frederick.
In case it's a boss fight, and by in case I mean that's almost certainly a boss fight. That's suspicious.
In case.
Ow! 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 Ow!
What the fuck just happened?
We got owned
Hubert
by
in.
children. That's what happened.
The Hubert ones are the most dangerous because they actually combo you.
Speaking of Hubert, fuck that kid.
Fuck them kids.
No. Wait, the combo. Yes.
I kept it going. I got a lightning blade off.
Gather light of life. Impart us with your healing glow.
Cry out! Ah! As I start stabbing the child.
Will my past be unwritten?
No, my favorite is harsh lesson. Kicks child furiously in face.
Frederick, are you okay?
The fire's
Yes. I'm so happy to see you're all safe and sound.
What happened to you?
How could there's not been any acknowledgement so far? The fact that we're fighting children version of ourselves.
And what is this zone cage?
I don't like having so many unanswered questions.
You're right. We need some answers. But maybe we should hold off until
Let
we're
the
out of here.
man talk.
No, wait. There's something you must know.
What is it?
Where to begin? 200 years ago, the world faced a crisis the likes of which had never
Hey,
been
no one talks
seen.
about it. Okay.
What happened?
The Zone Cage satellite defense system spun out of control. When this happened, the entity known as Solomus was super activated.
Super activated.
What the hell is he
That's
talking
more than
about?
regular activated. Yeah, I'm
Frederick, are you
with
certain
Asbel
about this?
here.
Captain? You actually understand what he's saying?
Grow up, Asbel.
What?
Captain is exhibiting symptoms of an Eleth high. It will likely begin manifesting in the rest of us soon. My apologies. Please, what
What?
happened to this Solomus?
LFI.
Solomus called 9
What?
warriors from the surface and formed a fighting force called the Terma 10, with Solomus as the 10th member. Even as we speak, they are attempting to destroy the world.
What?
Frederick, how do you know all this?
I conducted my own investigation as soon as I was brought here.
Way to go, Gramps.
How bad is the time dilation that you had the time to
That
do
is
this?
impressive.
Good, good. You catch on fast, Asbel.
Lord Asbel, I must ask a favor of you. You must fight me.
What? Have you lost your mind?
Due to my carelessness, Solomus is now in possession of the lap comp.
Oh, crap. My sister's gonna kill me.
I am
Solomus is gonna kill you
That's
first.
the problem.
There's a large amount of material on there, which must never be seen by anyone.
Oh no.
Must be retrieved.
I can't believe that
Yeah,
Frederick's
okay.
I've been writing
But I still
lemon
don't
smut the
understand why we
entire
have to
time we
fight
were
you.
fighting Lambda.
So we have to
I
fight
was
you.
chosen as one of the Terma 10. And to reach
200
Solomus,
years ago.
we must defeat all the other members of the organization.
Well, not
If we do
200
not,
years ago.
I will
The
never
current
truly
Terma
be free
10.
of this place.
How could this have happened?
I don't want to fight Frederick. Grandpa.
This is indeed a bitter blow.
Understood. I apologize, Frederick. Now, prepare yourself.
Now it's just down to fight an old man. Just,
This
Weak to B arts. Human paralysis, petrification, slow.
I want to hear the voice line of my Shade Imperial.
why? Daniel heard it enough when he got his ass beat by it.
Hey.
Should be
It's okay. It's my job to open old
Yeah,
wounds.
petrification. Still. Alright.
interesting.
Yeah, that's Infernal Prison, but it's alright.
Let's begin. Dance with fire.
I thought we were gonna wait for a 3 to get.
It's okay. At 3 will come up at 75 for me, anyways, at some point.
Yeah.
It's over. Shining blade of triumph.
My only disappointment is that Lunar Requiem has less hits than Majestic Gate.
All yours.
The blood of King's Royal. Sword of Royal Crimson. Spiral Ascension.
It's a different tone, but not quite as pronounced as the others.
Yeah.
Still a good attention to detail on the whole.
Come on, Frederick,
Very well done.
Mystic Art me! Oh my God, he did!
Why me?
Butler.
Where did he come from?
Lord Astor was there to kick your ass. Let's go.
Asbel just like, Dad?
I was totally joking, by the way, when I told Frederick to Mystic Art me.
He's a boss, Jesse. I don't know what you expected.
Part of the term at 10.
I'm actually crying.
Well, stop crying. Stand back up.
Jesse, I didn't realize that was such an emotional moment with Ast.
Oh my fucking God, that was great. Oh, that was good.
Heed my call.
I just feel like I have less CC than I used to.
Because you do.
Ow.
I
By the way,
don't think I do the thing, because I just got a Deadly Force off and the thing didn't, or the camera didn't dim.
Sorry about that.
I would not be trying to do that here.
I'm sorry, I had to try one.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to do, I don't remember the full thing that I have to do. I think it was just that I had to get a Deadly Force off and then a Force CC art, or AR.
I do believe you are correct, yes.
Yeah.
They may need to be in the same combo. Like, it may need to be staggered throughout the whole thing, but I'm not sure about that.
Well, right, but after I hit Deadly Force, it's always done a, it's always dimmed the light, and it didn't do it this time.
It might not have hit then.
Almost.
It may not have staggered Frederick.
Yeah.
Even if it did damage.
I'll definitely try it against one of the children, but I don't know if it'll survive.
Nah. Also, this isn't just the zone cage. There are more enemies in the zone cage.
Well, I figured, but I figured we weren't going to be fighting the exact same 3 enemies the entire zone cage aside from the bosses.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would figure that. Most dungeons in this game are, in fact, a very small selection of enemies.
Release, release.
Man, that first hit's at 90,000 damage.
I was just about to make that joke. God damn it.
And that actually did do like 40,000. What?
Yeah. Back up. Okay, never mind.
It's too late.
We have him cornered. He can't possibly get out of this one.
Why me?
You need an ass whooping.
Why is all 3 of us got hit? Why is it me again? I mean, at least it's not as annoying as when it was me, even when I wasn't the one who got hit. Get back up.
As expected
Damn it.
of you.
My body.
I got 15,000 gold, not bad.
His body.
Elf mod.
Yay.
I didn't master it.
Too
Yeah,
bad.
'cause he's supposed to be like keeling over from Lambda powers at this stage, but no.
Where'd Richard
Thank
go?
you, everyone.
His body, he died.
When did Hubert get here?
The gate to the next area. That is all I know.
It's fine, Frederick. Just lie still.
But surely the young masters. Surely.
Who's Shirley?
Frederick!
Surely of the temple line.
Do not fret, young masters. Death has no hold here in the zone cage.
What?
I believe this is due to some gravity of this area and its connection to powerful Eleth.
Okay.
For the record, if you die in the zone cage, it's not a game over.
You die in the zone cage, you die for real.
Yeah, quite the relief.
Huh?
That kind of place.
What kind of place is that kind of place?
This one,
Eleth holds
apparently.
many mysteries.
Okay, enough with the blah blah blah. Let's go back to the entrance and look for more Termiten members.
Yes.
You better not teleport me.
I'm not sure we
Okay,
have
no.
time for this.
That's not
Shouldn't we be
Pascal.
focused on
This,
saving the
Pascal
world?
just said
Oh, Asbel.
enough with the blah blah blah. No, that's not our Pascal. That's an imposter.
Jet black antenna.
Cool.
Boop.
Each floor zone cage
Back to
requires
the
you to
entrance.
offer up an item before entry. The higher the floor, the more value.
Or that could just get skipped.
Maybe. Okay, Cam.
Bye.
Anyway, you get to keep the item if you are good at video
Equip the Jet
games.
black antennae, by the way.
It's on Sharia, but I mean,
Yeah.
it, while completely worthless, it, you know.
This is pretty good though. Like,
Well, yeah, it's pretty good, except here's the problem.
It's on Sharia.
yeah, it's on Sharia.
Sharia, who will never be used.
Go back. Hey,
Except
Daniel.
for in the Sharia.
Yeah.
What do you think? Does this new ribbon look good on me?
Yes, it's very cute, Sharia.
You say so.
Thanks,
Sophie
Sophie.
gets so small. Wasn't
Maybe
she
I
taller
should
last time
show
we
it to
saw her?
Asbel.
No?
Show me what?
She's always been this height.
Perfect timing.
I
Look
don't
at
know.
this, Asbel.
I must be
Pretty
misremembering
cute,
things.
right? So what do you think?
Yeah, it's nice. It's a really good choice considering the, climate around here.
The climate? Well,
He doesn't know what she's talking about.
thanks.
He
Are
just
you happy,
complimented her dress, didn't he?
Of course. I think Asbel really liked it. Oh, wait, Captain. Look at this.
Did you cut your hair?
No, I didn't cut it.
Strange. Asbel just told me that you cut your hair. Why would he lie?
That jerk! He didn't even notice my ribbon. He thought I was talking about a haircut. Unbelievable!
It's okay, keep trying.
Tell it to Asbel.
Okay.
Should not go into another floor of the zone cage, though.
Yeah, we do
it's
not
really
have the
fun.
time. I'm just gonna check and see. Nope, our weapons have not.
It's not like we'd have the money.
Wow, where is the Rebirth Crusader?
Where it needs to be.
But yeah, keep in mind that if you do die on a floor, you lose the item. That's it.
I'm just curious what the
So farming on
choices
this.
are. How much does it cost to do floor 9? That's what I'm checking right now.
Literally need to offer up the last Crusader armor.
Oh.
Yeah. At later levels, it's basically a you don't want to lose this.
We'll put the last Crusader up for floor 8. No.
Well, we have 2 of them, I think.
Only one that can actually be used, though.
Oh.
We shouldn't offer up things that are like sea blue vestments, though, because those are like unique armors that you wouldn't be able to get back if you lost them.
Yeah. But we could offer up like the golden figure for whatever else, just because it's literally useless.
Yeah, because everyone can beat Richard. Although
Yeah.
I was very surprised to see that they did add evil Richard voice lines to all of his things. Like even when he casts Excel and he says "My fight begins," it's still the evil inflection. They literally have 2 sets of voice lines for Richard.
Yep.
That voice actor got paid.
Yep.
Yeah, apparently. Anyway, that's all for today's stream. See ya next
stream
week.
we complete
Or
the game.
Not next
There's
week,
nothing-
but
In a number of weeks, determined by if everyone is present.
yeah, in 2 or 3 weeks, somewhere in there.
I mean, I'm gonna be around 2 weeks from now, but it's still like, you know, like New Year's.
Yeah.
So